Welcome, everybody, to our finals of the Gold Losers Bracket. This is the Super Metroid Map Rando Hard Tricky Multi-Category Winter 2026 Tournament. I'm one of your co-commentators today, The Divine, alongside Aussie.
Hey,
Say hello.
hello everyone.
And our awesome trackers, Rubu and Cyber Fuzzy. Couldn't do anything without our trackers. Show them all the love in chat. These are our big dogs with the little dogs. We have Eddie and Mandu versus Oats and Milo, who will come out on top.
Yeah, Mandu, kind of the longer, well-known dog, I'd say. Milo, more recent addition, at least in my watching experience. And we'll see who just comes out as the top dog in this 1v1. We have Eddie and Oats as the runners. And it looks like we're about to start. Eddie giving us the countdown. And they're off.
Sorry, chat. Mia is not small enough to count as a little dog.
So here we go. We're in item draft. Eddie is marked as the number one in the settings selection system. But it was Oats who chose Gravity Suit and Eddie who selected X-Ray. That's because Oats tends to want the move fast items, and Eddie was looking for a little advantage in whatever he could think up, and he thought that X-Ray was his best chance at defeating Oats. Some nice dodges so far.
Interesting start here. Both runners going for the sand pits, or sand halls and sand pits, but Oats is the first one to find the morph ball.
Yeah, so with morph ball, you're gonna have to loop around again to get the supers. Eddie for sure saw the supers, but either way, That's what you do.
Yep. Both players are gonna get our first E-tank here. Eddie got it down on the first time. A little slightly slower, but it won't matter too much.
Yeah, so Eddie has a few more tiles filled in, but Oats can be leading as we go into the next step of the seed. Oh, going to the right. This leads back to start.
Yeah, Eddie has not explored the left side here. Well, Oats has.
Well, left side can't be that important. We want to take this morph tunnel to the right, which also leads to the map.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that this is what you want to do. And we're going to be very close to this map. So that's the main way you play these. You get the map as fast as you can because it gives you the best information for making decisions.
Ooh, the map is a little misleading here.
Yeah.
Oh, Eddie's gonna be the first one to the map here.
Yeah, I think going above is a little more likely. We have a left map. This could be interesting.
With all these right entrances here, it could be a fan tune.
Yeah.
We're gonna need PBs to get in there.
Such an inconvenient map if it is Fantune, because you have to go all the way around. Oh, no. Well, it could still be Fantune.
This, you can't really even call it logic for the map, but this map is going to require, a very hard strat here, which is damage boosting off the Ripper.
Yeah, so Oats successfully applied skill and lost time.
Mm-hmm. So, I was going to ask, would you do what Oats is doing here? Take a quick peek at the bottom just to see if we can find, like, one more missile pack and then hop in?
No, I would go directly to Fantune.
Directly to Fantune.
They have a missile.
That's very true.
You're weighing 2 door transitions against, like, 1 cycle of Fantune. So it'd have to be right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe it's jail and then you just get a free missile, but again, odds are better in your favor to just take the 5. And with the skill of both of these players, we can store some missiles here, like Oats has done.
Yeah, Eddie's having some trouble. Like, you can do your best to save missiles on screen, and then still not get the drops. So there's a period of time where Phantom was just floating around, unable to be hit on Eddie's side. But they're doing what they can. 5 missiles is going to be a little bit slower than if you have more packs.
Eddie beginning the first one for the kill here. With Oats should be this one cycle behind, hopefully.
So
which is about the lead Eddie had coming in.
So comparing this to my race against Oats, like every second, every minor decision matters.
Yeah.
So that's how I see this matchup going, where you want to save like every second that you can in any way.
Yeah. Taking Eddie a couple of different tries here to finally make it to the map, and let's see what we have here.
Okay. You can probably X-ray climb that.
Yeah.
Going down for the major seems better.
Yeah. It's not as... Yeah, we have... I was going to say, we don't need a speed jump here. We have gravity.
I don't know what you're supposed to do here, but they can X-ray climb it, for sure.
Probably head to Wreckship or Brinstar. It's looking like we have our... Oh, it's going to be speed. Oh. It's got to be speed. Because that's the only thing that lets us get there and back from the left side.
Okay. If it is speed, then they can take a save. Like in the event that it's not a power bomb in the 2 X's.
Speed was the only thing that let us get back through Frog Speedway, so going back to the left side for Wreckship Brinstar.
Anyway, that's how I see you play this. I see those 2 X's and you need power bombs. Very good chance that you can get out. But this is actually an important decision for both of them and what they think is best.
Yeah.
It'd be very interesting if that were the play. Like playing into Eddie's X-ray pick.
Yeah. Yeah, doing that right side Brinstar X-ray climb, it wouldn't have been, I guess, the worst thing in the world, right?
Yeah, this climb up to the middle of Green Bryn main shaft, it's not bad at all. It's just not in hard logic.
Yeah, we have 2 X's here, a major. Yeah, I'd like it better if there was ice, so you had the safeguard of being able to do the moonfall. I mean, obviously non-hard logic, but
yeah. So the ice clip getting up would be in hard logic, but moonfall get back would not. And then to the left is a powerbomb door. So we need one of these to be a powerbomb. Yeah. Or else it's a reset.
So the reason why both racers are going out of logic here is because we just had a save. So this doesn't lose us much time in the end that we don't get power bombs here. And if we get power bombs here, this saves us multiple minutes.
Yeah, I don't know what they would have done if they didn't get Speed Booster to open up that save. But first was a super. There it is.
We get power bombs. Yeah, that is massive, massive, massive time save.
Yeah, I think the odds are acceptable that you play for a power bomb here. The alternative is to go all the way left and blind a zone.
Yeah. We had 3 X's to work with. There's another one up at the top of the elevator.
Yeah, and I guess you had a shot at getting ice too. It's the way back.
Ice was behind power bombs, so I mean,
yeah.
But we did have at least 1 major here, 2 majors, because technically we can get the 1 pre-high jump.
So Eddie gonna be about room and a half ahead. most of that off of Oats checking the map for infos.
Mhm.
Funny it turned off. Charge plasma to start.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no more ammo. I wouldn't mind another set of PBs here to the right, in case we do have to go through a lot of explosive locked rooms.
Yeah, supers are still good. Like they're gonna help reduce your energy requirements for Ridley. Power bombs be good. You could be thinking about crystal flashes right now. It's so early.
Yeah.
But the main thing you want from here is E-tanks, and a lot of majors are still good. They just
Yeah.
have to be worth the time.
What saves the most time here, though, is the question. I mean, obviously, besides Varia, I think Varia probably saves the most amount of time.
Yeah, like Varia is really good. Space jump is very good.
Yep.
Screw attack is situational.
I think Screw Attack is only really amazing here if you have Space Jump.
Yeah,
Already with it.
that's fair. High jump.
If you
Ooh.
have to go through Gauntlet, though, I would very much recommend getting Screw Attack. But
Did Oats skip a save?
I think Oats might. Yeah, with
It
where
seemed like
he
he
is
saved a few
compared to-
seconds. That's something I've been talking about recently, is that if you have the map, then you should not save. However, we're going into 2 unknown zones, so a save would be good.
Yeah. I think.
But we have the waterway major to check first, and then you can take a save after.
Yeah. Sure. I think the best saves are at the end of zones when you have the map for the most part, unless you do something like highly risky, like an X-ray climb or something that's out of logic.
Okay. Chat's saying that he saved, and I disapprove. Spring ball. Spring ball's pretty good. Like it's not
Doesn't-
powerful. It just
Doesn't do anything for us though, for the most part.
yeah. With high jump speed, you have all the movement you need.
The very niche cases that
this-
it does do.
That was very unfortunate, that death. Had a buffered
was-
turnaround. It was not the kind of jump that he wanted.
No.
Got stuck against the wall.
It's also a bit risky. Three Musketeers. Although that being said, losers finals in the gold bracket, doing this fast is probably the better way to be doing this.
Oh, Eddie doing it slow.
Okay.
Uh,
The last one you can't be doing this with, can you? Oof.
like a big health drop is pretty nice.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. That was very,
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought
very
that would work.
close.
That
Me
was
neither.
so close.
I was like, no, you can't be killing them. There's no way you make it without killing them. But that was,
I'd say he got lucky on the drops. But he made it through. Oats did not, so we got some divergence probably.
nerves of steel. Yeah, Oats is going to be going to pick up Spring Ball here.
If you know that Three Musketeers is there, I don't think you go that way. It's only because they were blinding into it.
Yeah, for sure. We get the map here in Wreck Ship. See Dragon. It's a fast kill.
The left side is very interesting.
Do you X-ray climb there? Do you go past, get the tanks, and then X-ray climb out of pants?
No, but you could ice clip. That'd be fine.
Yeah. Ice clip with gravity and ice.
You would never X-ray climb in a heated race like this one.
Oh wait, yeah, you have to go all the way to the top. You can't just go past the grapple block, can you?
Yeah, you have to do it on the left room specifically. You can't do it on the right side. And you're deep enough in the wall that you have to go really far.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking you could go up that like one screen tile and then make it from there, but you have to go all the way.
Okay.
which makes it not worth it.
Yeah, I was thinking the 2 E-tanks here on the left look really nice, plus the major. So it does seem right to go for all these items. And then also the Dragon kill is very important, plus it means that Brinstar is likely going to lead Oats away from Dragon.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a bad map placement too.
A space jump here. This is really useful.
Well, hopefully this doesn't decide everything. Eddie making it through Musketeers and Oats taking a death.
We'll see.
We'll see.
To be determined. I mean, the fact that Dragon is so close to the map side of things, I feel like it's a little less punishing. However, that still is, you're skipping a zone with a boss in it, and now you're going closer to Mother Brain, so you're going to have to backtrack more than if you had just done it.
Yeah. So to get this ice clip, you want the Poyo to do a high jump. Or you could go for the 1 frame freeze, but that's lower than this. The high jump is higher than this. He'll get out eventually. Unlimited tries.
Still too low.
Yeah. Feels bad though.
Yeah.
We can say that. Eddie, he's put some more practice in. This is losers finals for the gold bracket, so top 3. Top 3 overall in the tournament between Eddie and Oats.
Where goes on to face Nitro in the winners' grand finals, which will be a best of 5.
And that's with Nitro having an advantage.
1 game.
What's interesting is that in the upper bracket, these two could have met up, but Nevdi was in the way. Sent Oats to losers, and then Eddie took out Nevdi.
When will that match take place? That is to be determined by our runners. They can choose to schedule it whenever they want. I mean, obviously within limitations. We're not going to say like, oh, you can hold it in September. Like, no, schedule it within like the next week or so. But I would say by the end of the month is when we're going to give them to. There are no physical medals or trophies.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to try to schedule soon and at a convenient for the viewer time. Plus, we also have the silver bracket finals. Yep. And then that'll be it for the tournament.
Eddie with a spike suit here. See where he's going to use it.
You kill Dragon, you have speed and gravity. You just get a spike suit. That's how it goes.
It's a metaphorical trophy. Indeed it is. Might want to farm up a little bit of health here before going.
Eddie could go.
Yeah. I think he's very hesitant about going back. I mean, I definitely would be. If you lose this, you essentially lose the game if you died here.
Yeah,
between these
that
two
has
runners.
to be it. Because it was 2 tanks to get through. He only had 1 tank at the time. And coming back is easier. Okay. So we see why he wanted to be extra safe, because he's doing weird unpracticed strats.
Yeah. I mean, as long as he doesn't take a death here, I think it's fine. That's the main thing.
So that failed because he didn't get a charge in time, it looked like. But I don't think...
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would try to do that either. You can dodge them easily enough, or you could shoot through them with plasma. Yeah, hitbox them.
Hitbox is a little harder. I always have trouble hitboxing, but I mean, these are top tier runners. I feel like hitboxing should kind of be trivial, but
So yeah, back to how Eddie feels. Oh, maybe he wants the X. Like he picked a good route coming up to Wreck Ship and made it through the tough Key Hunter climb. But he might expect that Oats also made it through
possibly.
because Oats like extremely experienced with this item set and those Key Hunters.
Oh yeah.
Like this
For
is
sure.
any percent item set. All you need is high jump, grab, and speed. So you can assume any percent strat is going to be first tried.
Yep.
No damage. And then Eddie also took the extra time in Pants Room and had to farm, leave, and then refarm on the return. So that's all time losses, where if you're going same route, it's going to be a problem. But Oats is into Norfair and is going to have to take that long trip back to Wreck Ship at some point. That's the concerning thing for Oats. Who doesn't know? Oats doesn't know what Wreck Ship has, so he doesn't know how to feel yet.
Double reserve, let's go! Yo, we can G mode!
G mode. Eddie planned on tempting Oats with G modes.
Mm-hmm.
Although, what would you G mode? We have all the good movement.
We do. The only thing is like possibly out of logic stuff like single chamber or something weird, but you never like the chances are you can just go around.
Yeah, do a loop backwards type of plays.
Speaking of single chamber,
so the map left of Big Pink, like right where it is here, always so annoying to get to. It's like, which door do you choose? And you know that you have to take the crumbles to get back. So it'd be real nice if you could just clip those crumbles. How does this even work?
if only you... I was gonna say, if only you had something to clip into.
No, you need to take a door higher.
Man.
So 3 misses so far on getting to this Norfair map.
How about a fourth one?
What about a heat and acid? Is this right below Santa?
So this is gonna be butterfly room, yeah.
Yeah, it's a farm, I guess.
And what's here? What's this other side gonna be? This right sand pit? A right sand hole? Excuse me.
Oh.
What?
GT is possible.
Yeah, I mean I'd say farm here,
Yeah.
and then if necessary, you have to kill GT to get out. But
Yeah, we'll see what the map says. I assume there's no save nearby. I think the interesting thing for Eddie's side is how many items he tries to cut and how many shortcuts. Like how much time save he tries to take. And if that leads to like mistakes by putting himself into difficult situations.
yeah, right now the problem for Oates is the more time he spends here, the less time he spends
Something.
killing Dragon. And unfortunately, like dying. The worst part is dying at the beginning of Wreck Ship is now you just assume that you're hoping Wreck Ship is a flub because nobody really wants to spend time in Wreck Ship.
Yeah, exactly. If it were a better zone, if it was a Brinstar, then you'd find a reason to go back, more likely. But because it's Wreck Ship, then you don't want to go back, and so you'd rather do everything else, which is going to be closer first.
Best beam!
He knew! He knew to dodge.
Disrespect.
That's the intuition you get from playing 500 races in Season 4.
Disrespecting my boy.
You can see with Charged Plasma, GT doesn't take as much health as you might think.
A little bit of extra damage with Ice Beam there, so we do 600 instead of 450.
Yep, and then double hits.
Double hits, yep. Most of the time, not every time, but...
Well, you can't do it every time.
I mean, you can, yeah, but it's like... Sometimes it misses.
If you know the...
You know the setup, yeah.
If you practice it enough.
Getting that major is... Wow, that's disgusting to get that major.
Yeah. The thing with this seed is we start with such good items already that you don't want to go for more majors.
Yeah, and especially with...
On the other hand, 3 left.
As pointed out in chat by Nito, the top right major in GT is most likely going to be filler, because the amount of resources it takes to clear GT, like by the time that you do that, you probably already have enough progression to finish the seed.
This is a great segue for GT safe spot being moved down to hard logic as long as you have charge and plasma, essentially. And this isn't a start of the seed GT, this is pretty deep.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe you're meant to have enough items to kill GT at this point.
Fair enough, fair enough.
That new hard logic. To expand on that, you have about 14 pixels where you can safely charge shot GT. Whereas with supers, it's more like 4.
Eddie might be in trouble here. Oh, but we have the E-Tank that's to refill us now, I was going to say. Because the way back is GT, and he doesn't know that yet.
He would have been fine, but it's highly convenient to get that refill on the way. He's saving a lot of time over Oats to stop the firm. That's the story here. And then we're also seeing Eddie just catch up to what Oats has done.
Yeah. Yeah, you go through GT here. Like, there's no way you go through Wasteland to get back.
Yeah. It's like heat-wise, Wasteland's not better. And if you go through GT, you get the 3 majors.
Yeah, he's got 6 tanks at this point. Reset. Yeah, we're just going to go to Meridia now. We're looking for Kraid and Ridley still. Because we know Mother Burn's right here. And Ship is also here.
Yeah. So Eddie at 6 tanks, 20 supers, you don't need any more items. As long as Ridley isn't like blocked by heat on both sides.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Technically, yes, the ship is in Brinstar, but I mean, like, we know where everything is. Well, like, the ship is back towards this area, is what I meant. There's no more backtracking to be done.
There he is. That's a lot of heat.
No, we're fine. We have a save right there.
Yeah. I guess it's a slow farm on the way out. That's kind of it. And then, yeah, they got the any percent movement, so they can get up Worcester pretty fast. Oh, they have screw attack now even.
Oh, on the way back. I wasn't necessarily looking at the way back.
Yeah. The way back has some heat.
We have a tank.
It's just how much time you lose farming.
We have a tank in Watering Hole if they wanted to go back to Watering Hole. I mean, that's kind of out of the way. It's up there.
Blasted that pirate with the spring ball. Blue spring ball.
Nice. So, yeah. Unfortunately for Oats, likely going to have to explore another zone greater than Eddie at this point, all also being behind.
Does Eddie drop? I guess if he takes a save, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
But if you fall, you can't easily get that map.
No, and you don't know the way back. I mean, obviously he'll be able to go into worst room in the game afterwards, but being down so much HP right now is... he'll be able to reset, so it's not the best thing.
So he doesn't know about the Ridley to the side and that there's no easy path back up.
He was a little bit of time here, but I mean...
this Ridley fight, if you start with full supers... It's a bit of a tight fight. A little bit.
Easy.
But no, he got it. That looked not pixel full. Pixel perfectly full on his reserves. So maybe he has to pause.
Alright, yeah. I think watering hole is your best option here. Refill your health real quick.
Yeah. Well, it's better than a long pause.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, you'd have to be really careful with your health. He's going up to watering hole. So you can get supers from the rippers, but then you'd have to farm a little bit through X-ray fireflies, and then as long as you have a little over 100 health to up worst room, then you get to another farm. That's a lot of...
Oh, that's really unfortunate. Rubu? Oh, who said that? Who said the third reserve? Gazentium? Go sit in timeout. You guys are mean.
Actually bad. So the 3 bug farm versus the heated farm.
I mean,
heated 5.
I mean, it's worse than the fact that it's just not an E-tank.
True. They'll both have to deal with it.
If Eddie takes... Well, Eddie's going into Turian first, so he might not have to be here. He also knows that there's a PB inside of West Ocean, and so that could give us a Crystal Flash.
You wouldn't stop for a PB to Crystal Flash.
I mean, I think the Crystal Flash would be faster than a bug farm. Because at some point we're gonna... And then stopping at the ship might be faster than... farming?
I don't think you planned for this slow bug farm. He's skipping that. T first. But Ridley now versus later. Typically, you want to do Ridley later to have better resources.
Yeah.
But now you're looking at the time between Ridley and Mother Brain. And if you do Ridley first, before Kraid, then you can get ammo refill while looking for Kraid.
Yeah, I think worst comes to worst for Eddie here. You just go back to the ship and refill there.
Yeah. It's also not even that important with the beam.
Yeah, for sure. So all we need is enough ammo to break the tank, and then we can deal with the rest. Okay, right there.
So the North Ferry transition notes was that is the Proc Speedway one, not the way we want to take, since they're looking for Kraid. Feels bad to proc reserves while you're farming bugs.
Yeah. Don't frame perfect pause your reserve refill and crash the game.
Yeah.
Because surely Oats hasn't done that before this tournament.
Yeah, hopefully that'll be a setting for Season 5. Just take that crash out.
And apparently there's another one that needs to be removed.
The spring ball bounce one?
Yeah.
That's
the neutral bounce
rare.
Underwater.
No one's ever seen that.
Yeah. Rare. It happened last night.
That's still a myth. Even if it's happened in a big tournament race, it's not real. between Junie, I think it was.
Nito, I'm sorry. I'm extremely angry on Nito's behalf too. If nobody knows what we're talking about, lost multiple hours of progress.
Yeah. Speaking of bug fixes, the acid statue plug coming back.
Yeah.
There's a patch for that now. And there's also been changes to all the hardware math. Because that's related. There's a hardware math problem.
Yeah, 720 is the highest quality on speed gaming, so. All right, chat. We got a little bit of time. Just remember, Mother Brain's in Norfair, and right above it is Brinstar, where the ship is located. So just start doing a little bit of mental math. We still have Ridley to do.
Let's just realize, upon getting the story and map, we now have all the maps except for Brick Ship, which has Dragon.
And of course, it's the one place you die. The worst possible outcome here for Oats. It's gotta feel bad. But
that and the items over there were really convenient to have.
Yeah.
It was Space Jump, right? And then 2 tanks and supers. Just all really good stuff.
Yeah, really good stuff here. But you gotta pick yourself up. You can't let yourself be down in the dirt here. This is the end of the line of the tournament. Lose here, you're out. Winner goes to the grand finals.
Yep. So it doesn't know like that it's doable at that early on in the seed that you can make it to Dragon and get the kill. But he'll find out when he finishes, I guess.
It should be a pretty comfortable fight here for Eddie. We also have a save right nearby. Should something go wrong, horribly wrong.
30 supers.
Yeah, the amount of supers that we have to finish this fight off, it's going to be looking good. Ridley should be dead here. Give him an extra shot just in case, but yeah, we're fine. The half morph pickup there. I don't see that often.
I see it a lot in speedruns. So that's why I started doing it. I'm not sure if it's good or not.
A couple of days ago, I had Ridley dunk me in the acid when he picked me up. That was a fun one.
Ridley's wild.
Eddie not getting baited by the reserve here. Feels comfortable going up, first room in the game.
Getting 30 supers, like, it seems like over collecting.
With these 20 drops from the fire fleas here, I think we have enough tanks for Eddie to be pretty comfortable going up worst room in the game.
He doesn't have screw attack either, so it's gonna have to be any percent strats. And he should be completely fine pulling that off.
Yeah, look at that. Very nice. Invincibility frames.
Not going for the jump, though. Jump over the top. Getting as much value as he can out of X-Ray this seed. That's my commentary note for this race.
Right. So, who would have known that the X-Ray was the massive pick in the item draft? Eddie's saying he doesn't know what to pick, so he'll just pick X-Ray. X-Ray winning the game for Eddie, handedly. We're gonna have to be very careful getting out of here, though. I mean, 53 plus the reserve should be enough. Wouldn't be enough for me, but it should be enough for Eddie.
Yeah. If his health was a little lower, then he could have got the double health drop from the cax and been fine that way. And because it was a save, you could try it a couple times. Oats on the long trip back to the start of the game.
Cygnus asking, why did Eddie did not ban speed?
Eddie banned Varia.
And Oats picked speed. Or Oats banned speed, sorry.
I don't know why Oats would ban speed. Typically, speed makes you go fast,
Yeah.
and that's how I feel Oats is looking to play this race, is by moving fast and
So
saying that he can outmaneuver Eddie.
Eddie choosing to refill here at Butterfly. Let me take a look at the Brinstar map real quick. How far away was the ship in Brinstar? I only have a partial Brinstar map here. But it was far enough away that, yeah, it was way up Everest, plus a couple of different extra rooms. So this is definitely the faster refill here.
He's looking for a health refill, right? Because we don't need supers that much.
No, yeah.
So
I think... I'm not sure if I agree with going full health here, considering this is a high-profile matchup. Oh, but we also do have a heated run slightly. I still don't think I agree with it. You need to save every second that you can.
there's
Oh,
a
but we
couple
also
more
have
heat rooms coming up.
a couple more hate rooms. Okay. Okay, sure.
Now, getting an extra, like 5 farms for another tank is fine. It's just filling everything else up that takes so long.
We're gonna have to do another farm here. This one's gonna be a little bit slower, but we should be fine.
This one is more playing safe. Okay, he got 30 health off of that.
We have 38 energy to work with.
Okay.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Maybe he wasn't being too safe.
That's why I was like, That's not even an onion ring?
Yes, because they don't have area. Onion rings can do 40.
This will have to be hitless.
Uh-huh.
So, chat, while we're in the Mother Brain fight, let's get your escape guesses in. You know, if you win, you get a metaphorical cookie, courtesy of WXFan21.
It's just like doing the math on where the closest farm is, but this time it's for the escape.
I'm going to say, I'm going to say a minute on the dot. What do you say,
Looks
Aussie?
Looks like his reserve's not completely full too. I have no idea where it is, so I mean, it sounds good.
It's up toilet and maybe a couple tiny other rooms before toilet.
I find it's a
it's
lot
pretty
harder
close.
to get a mental picture of the map when doing commentary versus racing.
Yeah. 45 seconds. Much closer. Let's see, anybody get any winners in chat? Any wieners? Chat keeps scrolling.
Oh, that
see,
looks
45
close.
plus, so I don't know about that, Mikishu. It's not a definite 45.
They didn't give us the map scroll until after the timer was set.
Merkins is looking
How
like
were
the
we
only
supposed to
person.
guess?
Merkins is the only winner. You can have a metaphorical cookie of your choosing. What flavor are you gonna get, Merkins?
So, I would say that they both played really well. It's very hard to survive the Musketeers trip, so not surprising that one of them couldn't make it, and that was more or less what decided the entire race. But they're both showing really strong play, and Eddie's going to come out ahead in this first game. It's a best of 3, so there's more matches to play. Let's see, this official time is 43 minutes, 28 seconds. This has been the item draft. It was Eddie's pick. So next we're going into Oats's pick. which can be either random objectives or multi-category settings.
So that was both it for me and Aussie for game 1. Game 2, we're going to be handing it off to Emmett and Nitro commentating. Don't go too far, everybody. Maybe get a drink, a snack, use the bathroom really quick. Don't go anywhere. Oh, stretch. Stretch, don't forget to stretch. Don't go anywhere, because we will be back in just a few minutes.
All right, here we are. Game 2. Eddie versus Oats. And Eddie being up 1-0 at the start of this, midway through our losers finals match. I am here with Nitro, who's eagerly awaiting one of these guys to come through and face him in the grand finals. Nitro, how you doing? How you feeling about this match?
What's up, Emmett? I'm feeling pretty great about this. Very excited, like you said, to see who will come out on top here. You know, Eddie already being up a game, it's pretty scary for Oats. It's do or die now for him. He has to win this game if he wants to stay alive in the bracket. And really looking forward to this.
Yeah, and looks like we have random objectives as well in the second game. So item draft at first, then random objectives second. I think that's kind of expected now with like the top runners to maybe keep that little bit of a clown fiesta match for game 3, I think. Oh, and here we go, starting in the heated room with Speed immediately to the right. That's
right away. Wow.
Okay, right off the bat, since you're an actual good runner, that must like you can more empathize with them. Seeing that, does that like calm your nerves immediately seeing that Speed?
For sure, yeah. Whenever a seed starts with Speed, you always feel pretty good about it. Like that just removes so much potential nonsense, I'll call it.
For sure.
Speed.
Yeah, because I would love to see that.
already a bit of divergence off the start here. Oats
Ooh.
taking speed immediately top left, which I do like. Speed does let you do that potentially, but Eddie finding Aqueduct right away.
I do think wow, an early grab. I do think Oats thinks about the logic right away, whereas Eddie will eventually get there, but actually even the match versus you, he will kind of just take it for a bit, like, you know, the easiest path for a little while. But you know, Eddie finding that Aqueduct early, getting the grab, you know, potential for a very fast seed here. So, and Oats still not finding it.
A very open seed at that. Now that we have Grav and, you know, Everest now, there's a whole lot of doors we can do. So hopefully we can get to this map and not have to blind everything. But nope, it is not going to let us. Not easily, at least.
Right. Yeah, kind of a, I mean, you know, when it comes to these matches, every second counts. So it's a little bit rough, Oats' last locationing in this, and now he's kind of in another zone, almost on a one-way, because he took a huge hit here. But he did have the save, so it's really not too problem to explore. Yeah. By the way, I just want to point out Oats's loser run was pretty good, because he, out of all the top four, all of you guys, Oats did get sent into losers earlier, and he had a lot of really tough matches. So honestly, Oats' performance to get now to lower, you know, losers finals is pretty amazing.
Yeah, he's had a pretty crazy run. And even another thing to mention about Oats' losers run, potentially making it even more impressive, is that almost all of his games were game 3. So not only was it a really long losers run, it was a very hard fought losers run.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No easy rides for him making it to losers finals. So, but here he is, you know, game 2 losers finals versus Eddie. Oats really, you know, I want to see him take this game. We want to see a game 3. You know, nothing too crazy. We're only 3 minutes in. Oats does find Grav now, has a little more information on Eddie. And we did see Eddie was Eddie able to get that map?
Yes, he did get C-map and saw nothing that he could do here, so it will be in one of the other zones. Either this Norfair, or there was a wreck ship that he could have gone to, which could be the answer, I believe.
Right, because that zone to the right is morph guarded, correct?
Yes.
And kind of morph space are bomb guarded in a way, right? So we need, because it's the bottom of wreck ship.
Yes, yeah. And yeah, this was the E-tank that Oats got. And yeah, we just sort of a big blind fest now. Which way can we go?
Yep. So Oats, yeah, he exploring a little bit more, not necessarily trying to go straight for map, and you can't really
this is
blame
wreck ship here. Oats is going to blind into wreck ship, so this could be morph. This could be a huge swing for Oats.
Yeah, this might be a very, very good blind, actually. Do you think it's fine? And it's probably fine for him to not try to get that map, right? And he's gonna have to reset here. But
yeah,
he did save.
Probably fine. My general philosophy with early game like this is you just check whatever door you're closest to.
Right.
Pretty much, especially before you have morph. Like you can go out of your way for maps, but like you probably have to check everything anyway. So it's really not bad to just sort of blind everything that's on your path.
For sure. I wasn't really expecting a dud there.
Yeah.
Did he just do a little vibe check? I'm not too sure. The little peace sign to the camera. He's still fine, you know, and potentially, like you said, he's in
door.
Yeah, potentially in better shape here. It depends. I mean, I guess Norfair could also have something where Eddie's at.
So I guess I didn't see just how much Oats saw here. If he did everything he could.
No, you can still go to the right here. Did he not grab that save? I didn't. Did he skip that save? I don't know if I would have. That seems a little spooky.
Yeah, he might be thinking he could revert all of this if this isn't the answer. But this is a lot of doors now. This is looking quite good.
Yeah, this is good. And the map's actually not too far either. So if he were to spike morph here, maybe an easy access to the map right after. Here we go. What do we got?
Varia.
Okay. Varia. He's you know what's funny? Okay. Oh, and then Eddie takes a death here, so he doesn't really get to explore. Yeah.
Yeah, not seeing the door is pretty rough.
Right. I think he's smiling a little bit, and I'm not going to harp on this too much, but I always do talk about how one of the fiercest competitors, one of the most scary competitors, is Oats with movement in suits early. Now we have the suits. but we'll see if he gets the movement. But it is good. I mean, he found Varia. We're still looking for morph though, so morph may not be kind to get, right?
Yeah, it looks like Varia doesn't actually help get you anything
Right.
here yet. So yeah, we are still just blinding.
It currently does not do a lot. Yeah, it currently does not do a lot for you here. And Eddie, he did pause the map for a while. I think he was really weighing his decisions, and not too sure what to do, which, you can't blame him. We're looking for morph. We don't want to blind forever. And it looks like he'll maybe make his way to where Oats is now.
Yeah. This should be the last thing for Eddie. I don't think Eddie ever did see that door in pre-pillars, so perhaps it could be that. That is something that Varia would unlock. I'm not sure if Oats saw that earlier, though, potentially.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what he works his way back to here. He'll probably get C-map first, of course, on his way back.
Right. Well, he is heading back now. I do hope to see him kind of peep that map. I still don't really know where he's gonna go from here, and I can't tell. Maybe Oats felt a little uncomfortable about his start because I don't know if he's happy that he got Varia and bailed, or if he's like, man, Eddie already did this. I can't really vibe out how he's feeling right now about the situation, but.
I think he probably feels okay. It is sort of a big blind start, so it's hard to really know.
For sure. I mean, it's rough. Honestly, losers of finals, you want to make it to grand finals, and you kind of don't want to be in this situation where there's like a ton of options and looking for morph, I think. Right? I mean, I wouldn't want to be in this position.
Yeah, for sure not.
And yeah, when Eddie was pausing the map earlier, I kind of thought he was going to like potentially check some sandpit majors, just to see what they are, if it's even possible. But it looks like that's you can't check, right? Or
you can't get the item.
Yeah, you can't
get that X. Wait, why did neither of them have that X? Oh, interesting.
Wait, yeah, that is confusing. Oh, no, is it, yeah, I don't know, because wouldn't Oats have gotten there earlier when he sparked?
What? Okay, now I'm confused. Because it looked to me like that X was easily obtainable. Perhaps I'm the fool, I'm not sure. But both of them have skipped it, so...
That is a little confusing. Maybe, like, it's just so not on their radar because they haven't even seen a green door, and... or they thought they haven't seen a green door and they're just so desperately looking for morph. Not too sure. Maybe we just missed something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think this is just an overlook from both of them.
Yeah, maybe so.
Quite unfortunate.
I mean, here's the thing though. Like, it overlooked from both of them, but it's the the cause is morph. Like their focus right now is like, man, I need to find morph. Like this is getting out of control. Eddie, by the way, did pick up Varia as well, so they're essentially in the exact. I mean, they're in the exact same position right now. Just both hopefully trying to find morph. Oats is maybe. Go ahead.
With that being there, it's pretty likely at this point that they're not going to be able to do anything else without supers. So it's pretty much going to be how soon do one of them realize what they need.
Jeez, yeah. And honestly, I didn't see enough to even know where they should go either. But this is a really cool state of the game, at least to watch from top players, I think. Because they're basically going through misery. It doesn't really look, we're just watching them and they're just running around. But
no, Eddie's skipping it again. Please see it, Eddie.
Oh,
he sees it. Okay. He saw it.
Yep, he does see it. Okay, so there is green. Oh, okay, so this is rough now for Oats because, he just blinded a ton and finds a green door and did leave this behind. So if it is this green door, and now because he doesn't have that super, he's sparking up. So I mean, this could still be, it's still potential, right?
Yeah,
but that is scary.
Yeah, this is
we don't want to see more green doors. Yeah, we do not want to see more green doors for Oats. Okay, well, that's a green door, but they couldn't access it still because no morph. this is
let's
wild.
see.
If that's
I
just
guess-
morph, it's gonna be troubles
Yeah,
for it, you know.
It probably is. Yeah, I don't think there's much else they can really do. I
Because
think
right,
there might have been a green
oh,
door like way back in Wreck Ship, potentially. All right, come on, scan your maps, Oats. You're not in logic. You missed something.
And he should know too that the top of Red Tower is not in logic, right? So that like PRKD strat, even though he did see a green door, that couldn't have led to morph anyways, I don't think, because I'm pretty sure you need supers or power bombs to clear it.
No more
For the
votes?
top of Red Tower.
Yes. Yes, for Red Tower you would need supers, yeah, for it to be logic, even if the spark up was possible.
This is you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely rooting for Oats this game so we can all see a game 3. And it's not so miserable yet, but he needs to find this X quick and oh well.
I saw it, yeah.
This is interesting though.
Good trick here for Eddie. He can do this. You can get a spark, get the item, and spark out before the block respawns.
Right, but shouldn't this mean that this isn't morph?
It is not morph, but it could be like power bombs.
It could be something, yeah.
Yeah, Eddie just gonna bail. Also, that not being the answer means I think it is a super door like way back in direction.
right.
Which is.
I mean, that's
funny.
good for Oats as long as he doesn't. I mean, it's good that that's not morph. I think if Oats finds another route here.
Yeah. Oh, I guess with supers now it could be. Up
It could be the top door, the top right. Yeah. See now, yeah. Well, hopefully Oats just goes right back to where he was, because
Yeah, or he could go to Wreck Ship now. If you
was there
remember
a
that
Wreck Ship
super door.
Did
There
we
was
see
a super
something
door
there?
in Wreck Ship. I saw it. Yep, you can see it. It looks like it goes towards the map.
Oh, you're
as well.
right, and it's close to the map. Oh, that's where Oats is
Oh,
going.
he's going
now.
back. Okay, this could
I like that.
swing once again.
This is isn't this kind of nasty, Nitro?
Oh yeah,
Just
for
how
sure. This
far
seed is
apart it is.
horrid.
Because
And
it's
this is
either
50-50 as well.
yeah.
It's not this. It's not
and
this.
it's where
Wow.
Oats is going. Nice.
Wow. No, yeah, this seed is absolutely horrific. That is for sure.
You know, after looking at the maps, though, I do like the decision here because that green door is close to a map. I actually do like the decision to check this.
I agree. Yeah.
So I think like Oats is being rewarded for a, you know, kind of a better decision potentially. But Eddie, yeah, we know that this does not lead to anything. So Eddie will maybe scan his map soon and then find his way to where Oats is. But Oats now potentially have a little bit of a lead unless Nitro and I are missing something, which is incredibly possible.
Certainly, yeah. Oh, surely this is it.
Surely.
Okay, so no, it's not. It's actually not.
Oh,
This is
Morph's
just the
hiding
map.
Morph.
This is just so there is something else. This is
Yeah,
just
a
the
little
map.
missile there. But he gets map. I mean, that's really good. So
That is good,
we
yeah.
missed something then, right? So,
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wait, but
BT.
that-
It's BT.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
it's
BT.
the item at BT.
Oh, it's
Wow,
BT.
this seed
Oh,
is
man, I
so
hope he sees it.
silly. He knows. He
smiling.
surely knows. Yeah, he surely knows.
Okay. Wow. That's wild.
So funny.
So BT has morph.
Yep.
That's kind of amazing. I think he sees it, but I'm always a little scared that he sees that and he's like, huh, what is this? But there's no way he doesn't see it. I'm pretty sure we're
sure
good here.
he sees it, yeah.
Yeah. Little E-Tank here is nice. Even though we do have Varia, so, you know, less important, but, you know, grab
still want
Varia
them.
speed. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Early E-Tanks in the seed, even if you have, you know, Varia Grav, like, they still allow you to play a little faster. I mean, you can run through pirates now, you can do a few things. It does speed up rooms.
For sure. Yeah, it looks like so Eddie's not that far behind here. So still a pretty tight race.
Oh yeah. Eddie's really not that far behind. I mean, a few decisions can close the gap. And like I said, I do think Oats did get rewarded for the, you know, better play. He saw there's a green door and a map. Knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. I like what he went
Almost.
for. Yeah, I like that. Actually, that's, you know what? That's pretty big to get that spark, to be honest, huh? Doesn't it actually save a good bit of time?
It does, but you also kind of want ammo. So
That's
it's not
true,
the worst
that's
thing
true.
to just fight BT.
Right. Yeah, the ammo situation for sure. That makes sense.
Yeah, he actually.
Oh,
I don't
but
know
you
how
know
many
what?
supers he had, but he might have actually put himself in a bad spot with the the super blocks to get out.
Yeah, the spark might have been bad. Yeah, that actually could have been kind of bad.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows what he was doing. I'm sure he thought of that. He probably had enough.
I mean, he had one super, I think.
Yeah, since he got morph, he
Yeah.
would only need one.
But yeah, Eddie making his way to. Eddie sees it. Eddie is heading there. It is pretty spicy. See, I think you need grab. If you don't have grapple, you definitely need grab Varia to get through this room too. So this is, you know, we see all the requirements. It was just for this, just to get BT, just to get morph. But now they have one objective down. Oh, did either of them check their objectives? By the way,
I have not seen it. I don't think they've checked yet.
Yeah.
No, they haven't.
Oh, they haven't. Okay. So I guess they now know that at least BT is an objective.
Yeah, BT was chosen. I guess we never went over that.
Oh
So
yeah, BT was chosen in bowling,
Eddie,
right?
Yeah, Eddie actually picked BT and Oats picked bowling.
Yep.
And it was Dragon banned by Oats and then GT banned by Eddie.
Right. It's always a little interesting with those picks too, because they're almost both gearing up for like a low resource match, sort of, depending what their other majors are. So, or sorry, not majors, but bosses, or rather objectives. So if the other objectives are really simple, then, you know, it could be a very low resource loadout, which kind of gives the edge to the player who's like better at managing that. You know what I mean? Like, and I think they're both pretty good at that.
Yeah, and especially since we're seeing like double suit seed right now, it's already pretty much like we're gonna be just going for the most part.
Right.
So that does alleviate that a little bit. Yeah, so it's probably just gonna go for these two majors right away, and then you just have to pick a zone. You've got a few decisions after this, I think.
Yep. I do like his pause there to sort of he really wanted to make sure he can do this safely and get through, because it was a lot of kind of a few weird rooms, you know.
Yes.
I could sort of see Eddie skipping these, so I'm gonna see what Eddie ends up doing, just because they have Varia grab speed. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking you probably don't want to skip them, just because like no power bombs. If you pause, like Oats did, like you can see you cannot actually get a lot of the X's here.
Oh,
so you're kind of thinking like, okay, it gave me more, if it might want to give me bombs next. That's what I would be
That's
thinking. That's
true. It's hard to skip that one sandpit because it could be hiding an X, right? When in that specific sandpit
that as well.
room,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, that as well.
Could just be power bombs there.
Right, because that you'll see on the map. You know, Eddie's looking right now. That major there, it actually could be power bombs. So when two items occupy a space, they prioritize the higher value item, which in this case is the major. So we just see that there's a major there. So it could be two majors, it could be an X, could be whatever.
And there's the bombs.
We got bombs. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so yeah, skipping this would be not great. And that bombs could be, remember that the two hopper room? Potentially, you know, that could be where power bombs is.
Yeah, there is an X in this zone towards the right of Everest that they can get, I believe. Which
you think it's the play to get that here?
Yeah, when you just get bombs, you probably just go straight for it. And then I think it routes into Torian as well. So
that would make sense.
Just go that way.
Yep.
Oh, we'll see if Oats pauses again. No, it looks like he wants to just go back to N. There's there's a lot of things to do, I imagine. So
there is, but you know, Oats has a little less information than Eddie here. True. I thought it maybe would have, by the way you were saying, it would have made.
Oh, he did see Big Pink actually.
Oh,
so I actually.
Big Pink. Okay, yeah.
Going back to Big Pink makes sense as well. I think for me personally, I would have still gone through the X just because I really don't want to leave power bombs behind.
Correct.
But this play also makes sense.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense to us now that I didn't realize. I forgot that. I honestly forgot Oats got all that information. So that makes a lot. Ooh, nice little mock ball there
It's pretty sick.
by Oats. Yeah.
Oh, and power bombs here,
Oh,
so
bombs,
all is
nice.
well. I'll call that quite fortunate, TBH. But
That's a really good.
That is
pick.
another thing opened by bombs. So there's lots of places it could have been.
That's actually, I feel like, very good, because if Eddie does what you were saying earlier and goes for that X, that could end up burning some time for sure.
It could.
I mean,
It's
to
hard to
me,
say.
Oats is the hero here, right? Because I do want a game 3, so he is behind as well. So
Oh no, Eddie messed up.
Oh,
He cannot go through here.
Wow. Oh,
Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, that's so clutch. Oh my goodness. That is. Dude, look at my man here. My man Eddie is just so cool as a cucumber.
Okay, meanwhile, I saw it, Oats. I saw it. Oats.
Oh, what happened with Oats?
Crazy CWJ.
Oh, let's go, Oats. I honestly, though, I have to really go on about Eddie just clutching out that clip, that the green gate glitch there. He had 2, no backup. It was like he was gonna lose a good bit of time, right?
That's quite impressive. I don't
it was
know
gonna
if
be
he
really
had it.
bad.
Okay, well, it looks like he did actually just have that, or did he just take that save?
I didn't think he
I'm not
took
sure.
that save, but
He might not have had it.
yeah. Either way, that's it shows his confidence. He didn't even look worried at all in the cam. I would have been freaking out,
Okay, so looking at Eddie's map here, that gauntlet actually doesn't route into Torian, but there's 2 X's that you can get, and it looks like Eddie is going for it.
Yep.
Which is what I would have done as well.
Right.
I'm like, what Oats did is definitely not incorrect, because there's lots of things that you can do in Warfare.
Right.
As long as Eddie doesn't get double super gear, it's potentially okay.
Charge pickup for Oats could help him depending on the objectives. But yeah, I mean, I think it does make sense. Like, if you saw Big Pink, I totally understand coming here. I was a little surprised to see Oats blind some of the rooms, though, and not just go straight to Big Pink. Wow, look at all these E-tanks. That's kind of crazy. Not really what Oats wants to see, to be honest. It doesn't really help him out, but he has power bombs. He's fine. Eddie is having to do a bit of an adventure here to get his power. Oh.
Yeah, it is just supers first.
It is very
one more
possible
chance
that this is just double supers, and Eddie will also need to blind those power bombs.
Yeah, if this is double, I mean, even if he does get a power bomb here, like, this is a lot of time for Eddie.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, 2 supers helps a bit for Mother Brain, but that's about it. Like, Oats damaging down here because he's not really intending to do a skip. Looks like he's just, gonna get picked up. Doesn't have great baby skip. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. At least he does get the power bumped here. Not Giga punished. Yeah. Because I think he would have been pretty bummed to go all this way and not get it. That would have been pretty brutal.
Yeah, Spring Ball discovered. So I believe Eddie will go straight to Torian, though, now. Go to Torian from here instead of Norfair, so...
Because of the power bombs. Yeah, so we'll see a bit of a route divergence, potentially. There's no real reason to get these... Do you grab Spring here?
No, not when you don't have any health.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to then farm for it. There's an item here. But I mean, your priority right now with double suit is definitely just maps, right? Like, you really just want to get those maps. I still haven't... I mean, I easily can miss it, of course. I still haven't seen them look at their boss.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I should stop saying boss. It could be... There's multiple objectives. Well, Oats gets map here. Maybe he'll check it with this. Let's see what we got.
We see Meridia, major, several majors.
Top right.
We see Ridley not in the way of anything, which is good to know.
Ridley's blocking B because it's Mickey Mouse, right?
Oh, was it Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, I guess I'm not positive, but it looked like Mickey Mouse to me, which means here's the thing though, Oats has charge. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but unless there's some sort of other way in, that could be really spicy, right? Because then you just had Ridley's a forced boss here.
Yeah, that is interesting. There was another zone they can go to, which Yaris is going to now.
Which, of course, you wouldn't go try to do Ridley right now to go into B if there's other options.
Right. Yeah,
that is
they don't get another
spicy.
beam or more supers. That could be.
It basically adds another objective potentially, though.
Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully B is required. That would be pretty good.
Nitro wants it. He wants to see them do Ridley.
Of course, that for me, when I play random objectives, like my philosophy is for a map random mode to be good, Fantoon and Ridley should always be required. Like those two.
Oh, okay.
Essential, I think, for good competition. Just because, not being able to skip Fantoon is just kind of silly from
I actually agree.
Getting map position. And
yeah,
Ridley is just that's just Super Metroid, right? You gotta kill Ridley.
Right. But it impacts so much of that. By the way, this is potentially a nice map here. Like dropping into Meridia, finding ship, and then potentially map right away. It feels good. If you are feeling good about your play, this just feels really nice. You're just like, okay, we got.
We see an objective.
Metroid
M4
4
Metal Pirates
objective.
Yeah, and Oats did check his last objective there as well, and it was Metal Pirates.
Okay.
Is the final objective.
Oh wait, was that bowling? They don't have bowling. Oh wait, is that bowling to the right?
Ooh. Oh really?
If that's bowling to the right, wouldn't they? That's crazy because that would mean Oats needs to bail, kind of, right?
If that means if Fantoon is here in Torian, this is suddenly really good for Eddie.
Oh, that would be a crazy turnaround, yeah.
And
so I think
I hate to say
bowling.
it, but it was Oats that picked bowling, unfortunately.
It was Oats who picked bowling.
But to be fair, he is down a game, so more potential for variance is sort of what he wants.
Yep. So he is doing this objective, which is totally fine, unless it I don't know if he realized bowling. I'm assuming he did. Oh, he's just gonna. Oh yeah, I was like, he's just gonna get rid of him. Oh wait, he for sure has to get rid of him. This is the objective. So yeah, he's gonna power bomb them with no ice. That's really the only means.
You got 2 power bomb drops, by the way, which is
what?
Not,
2 power bomb drops. That's
normal.
crazy. That is not normal. Little Spore Spawn fan service going on right now. Okay.
What was Oats cooking here? I thought just a mistake.
It was just a mistake. At first, I was like, he's farming that. No, he definitely just angle sparked. But yeah, so now, like you said, we're kind of waiting to see if Fantoon's in Torian. I mean, the thing is, though, Eddie still might not necessarily,
Yeah, he's still positionally.
Yeah,
got a long ways to go.
Right. So we kind of need to see what Oats' next steps are, and if he actually saw bowling, which I know it's crazy, but multiple.
He sees it now for sure.
Well.
Yeah. Also, Eddie is blinded into Brinstar, and this Brinstar really looks like it has Fantoon.
Oh, wait.
This also
so
means
there is another route in then. Yeah.
We don't.
Wow. Okay. This is kind of nuts, especially if Oats goes into B from Ridley. That would be miserable. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I think Oats should want to go to Torian before fighting Ridley. This Ridley fight is just not good.
It's pretty bad, right? I mean, it's horrific. I mean, there's no way he's gonna go for Ridley. He must go for something else.
Yeah. So at this point, I cannot really tell who's ahead here. To be honest, it's pretty hard to say. I think
it's really tough to say.
Yeah.
Bowling, like I said though, I think Oats obviously saw it, but you did see 2 legendary runners, Andy and Emmett, both lose their matches because, I mean, I think we both scrolled over it 5 times. It's just I don't know. It's a tough little objective, but I think Oats must be confident in that, and I know Eddie is really confident at scanning the map as well.
Yeah, I don't expect either of them to miss it. It is funny though how surprisingly easy it is to overlook bowling, despite it being a massive room. It's because you don't really think about it as an objective ever. So it's hard for your brain to pick up on it.
Okay, nice. Eddie cleaning up Fantoon. He had to do a little bit bigger of a Doppler there, showing off a bit. Wow, look at that flex. Goodness. Yeah, so, but the thing is, this is kind of, it's kind of rough for Oats because he's essentially going to have to do that trek again. I mean, that was a pretty big trek to Bull Lane.
So this is going to check these majors. Honestly, what we're really hoping that Oats, doesn't find beams here. I think because if he finds beams, he's probably just going to do Ridley.
He's going to go through Ridley, and how?
Oh, and Metal Pirates is just immediately here in Brinstar.
It's just crazy. Okay,
this route is now really good for Eddie.
Wow,
really good route.
That's pretty nuts. Well, I guess we'll see what Oats ends up doing here. Did he find something? Did he find a major just now?
I actually missed it. He did check it. I didn't see what he got though.
Oh, he does have space jump. That's pretty nice for him. Yeah, pretty nice for him.
It's probably the
high jump.
Honestly, space and high jump were pretty much the best items that could have been.
Oh, but look at him. Look at it.
Yeah.
It is a bummer. I mean, honestly though, wouldn't if he got plasma going in through here might have actually just been better anyways.
It does look like it would have been, yeah.
Oh, goodness, he's really thinking about it.
Yeah, he's really going through it. It just does not feel good no matter what you do here.
Doesn't feel good because you just can't do this. You just can't do it yet. He doesn't really have the loadout. Like he has 20 missiles, 10 supers, 9 power bombs. He has to just bail.
Yeah, it just take too long. It's way too long. That fight is like 5+ minutes with this. It's really bad.
Yep. This is a pretty interesting match though, because I feel like both runners are actually playing quite well. Like they're not.
Yes.
It's not that they're making mistakes at all, and I don't really think either of them got like super unlucky. I mean, obviously, Oats finding that bowling is a pretty big punish. Before making his way into Torian, so that's like pretty unfortunate. But that's like a little bit of the luck of the draw. Like when you're playing someone near equal skill, like the slight divergence can basically have that much of an impact. And Eddie finding plasma.
And it's plasma behind the Ridley, unfortunately.
Which I guess does kind of like make him maybe think of Mother Brain a little less. In terms of resources, they were already super. Actually, Eddie doesn't have charge.
Yeah, it depends. He should. I think charge was in Big Pink, or maybe close to it. It might be right here, actually. I think he's about to get it right now.
Isn't this where Oats got power bombs?
Yeah, he got power bombs below here, trying to get to the map from below.
Yeah, charge is right here. You're right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for Eddie.
Yeah, unfortunately, Oats not committing to the spore spawn right away, which he does have to do. He will see that he has to do it once he gets the map, but it would have been a little bit better to have just done it right away like Eddie did.
Right.
Oh, wow. GT.
Oh, he has space jump, but
Yeah, it looks like, I guess Oats immediately committing this means this looks like it must be the way to the map then.
Right. I guess I didn't see Eddie do the fight.
Yeah, Eddie did just decide to do spore spawn and blinded into B.
This is tough. Now, honestly, it's that point, Nitro, where I'm starting to like cope.
I don't know. I think.
Is it too early?
Well, because Eddie's on his way to.
You're saying me I can't even cope. You're saying
I'm saying there might not be cope, unfortunately.
Right. You're saying as much as I am the cope master.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
Eddie can get baby slow. No. Oh, reset.
Oh.
Wait. What just happened?
Wait, what?
Wait.
Wait.
Did he just like miss input reset?
Did he actually miss? Oh, you know what's funny? Eddie and I have the same neurotic habit of like pressing button. I don't know if he did this, but he might have accidentally reset because Eddie and I during door transitions, we talked about it and we thought it was we both just mashed buttons and we're weird. And and we do it like during when we can't move. It's to keep our hands moving. It's actually like an old StarCraft habit. I think I used to play it a little bit too, but basically I don't know if that's what happened, but it's like the only thing I can think of what just happened. I have no clue what else could have happened there.
That is very unfortunate for Eddie. Fortunately for him, I still think he has enough of a lead that might not be enough cope here, but there's definitely a little bit now.
Yeah, I mean it's a little
bit.
bit. Oats does get a little bit of a catch up here. Oats has to Eddie has to recollect. I mean that was pretty bad. Looking at this now, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's like two minutes, maybe 3. It's definitely a lot
I feel
of time.
for Eddie though. Like if
he also feels terrible for sure.
He feels
so
horrible because now he's like, I gotta skip some stuff maybe.
Oh no! What is this Torian map? Oats is not.
Oh, because Eddie never even got it. But that save might be a pass through, right?
I think it was not, unless I missed that. No,
Okay, yeah. I feel like I can't always see on the map, but you know, one thing, the reason I knew that about Eddie and in general, I guess some other people have that habit is you can, and just a heads up, you can actually, there's a feature in Map Randos that you can turn on spin lock, and I found out that I was turning it on because I was mashing in between door transitions.
Oh no.
So I was actually turning it on all the time, and so is Eddie. And that's how we found that out. So you can turn it on at the end of door transitions, which is funny.
Yeah, I guess I'll give another tip in regards to that. If you are a hitbox player like Eddie or keyboard player otherwise, you can just disable the spin lock command where you download the seed, because if you don't need it, you don't run that risk.
Yeah, which is what you probably should do if you're running on keyboard or hitbox, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wow. Honestly, this map is horrendous. I mean, I can't blame Oats for doing it though. Like,
no, this.
You just have to get map, but he fought he's gonna be really sad to see this. Because that Spore could have definitely, like, it made sense to do Spore to go for map, and he's gonna see that and he might be like, wow, I know Eddie just fought Spore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because Eddie actually does just do that and try to not think about it too much, which is like a thing I think makes him really good.
Yeah, we also know that Mother Brain is here, so this is another reason why this is not great. Yep, and Mother Brain is on this side as well.
You see his reaction.
You can see his reaction. Oh.
No save. Oh wait, well, there's supposed to save right below, but he has to run all the way back, which is actually pretty bad.
Oh,
Unless he has a
this
save
loop
in
is so bad too.
This is miserable, honestly. Jeez, you know, if Oats went straight through Spore, he might have had this could have been close, right?
It would have been close, yeah.
Again, I don't think Oats did anything bad. He's just like, okay, I'm not going to do Spore. I'm just going to go the other way for map. It just like burnt really bad. I do think it is fine. I mean, what do you think, Nitro? Overall, do you think it is, because when we come to top matches, it's the tiny details that matter, right? So
yeah, it's hard to call what either of them did a mistake. I don't think what Oats did is a mistake. It's just sort of like you just do, the first thing you can.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it's like, from Oats' perspective, he checked the sport spawn first, bailed, and then once he's in GT, it's like, okay, I don't want to go back now. I can just go through GT, so we'll try this way. And it just happened to not work out that way.
Yep. Yeah, actually realized he had to probably commit to one or the other.
Right.
And he just didn't want to backtrack, so it made sense to commit through GT at that point. All right, Eddie is getting the Meridia map now, and which means he will see Metroid Room 4 and Bowling Alley. So, and Oats is here, Stunlock behind Spore. Unfortunately, having a very rough roundabout way to map. Yeah, it actually was a miserable. That map was like one of the more worst punish I've seen in a while. And punish doesn't mean Oats did anything bad. It's just like he just got punished for going the route he did and tried to get mapped.
Yeah, and Eddie will likely have to go through a lot of the same struggles while he's looking for Mother Brain. I think I didn't see how blindable the Mother Brain was. Maybe he could, but it is likely Eddie will have to do a lot of that as well. So
yeah,
But yeah, the order of it is the big problem for Oats because Eddie can just end his game there.
Oats does know. I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for such an awful map, Oats would have came here, killed Fantoon, and knew, immediately where to go. He would have done Metal Pirates, went straight back to Meridia, and probably had a better route for that, but because he's already been there. However, this is rough.
Yeah,
and
Oats is very far. He's very, very far from getting to bowling here.
It's so crazy how the thing is, we talk about how it's like not, things aren't a mistake, or they are, but that spore spawn decision of just going, it's a huge fact. I mean, that's one of the biggest factors in this race for Eddie winning, right? Like,
yeah,
it's crazy how much of an impact that has.
It is true. It might have been hard for Oats to win regardless, I think, because you can go back even earlier to the decision between Norfair and Torian. Because being in Torian to begin with is sort of what put Eddie on that route. Because the way I'm thinking about it is, even if Eddie had stayed in Torian and gotten the map, he still would have gone to Bryn next anyway, right?
Right.
So he would still be on the much better route, potentially.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Nitro brings up a good point that my point only was that, there's a single moment sometimes in Seed where a decision has a severe impact in it, and it wasn't really the Spore one, like I was saying. It's more the decision of Oats going to Meridia and Eddie going to Torian, which actually ended up having the real impact on this race.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's not in these decisions aren't necessarily like ever mistakes or problems. You know what I mean?
Right.
They made Nitro a great time room.
Yeah, Oats,
no.
while waiting for Fantoon there, asking Eddie to just end it already.
Just ended already.
Yeah, Oats knows that his route is just not good, unfortunately. Doing all of this and having to go all the way back for bowling, you're cooked.
You're cooked, but I think the thing is, because I don't feel like he actually made mistakes, I think you could easily put Eddie in the same position you're in here. If I'm Oats, I feel really miserable, but I don't think it's unreasonable that Eddie's doing the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
One thing though is I doubt Oats would think that Eddie also overlooked the super at the beginning of the seed, because that was something that was really bad, but both of them did it, right?
That's true.
So they probably both felt extremely bad about that, and you would never expect your opponent to also do that.
Yep. No, you're right. 100%. Which is funny because it ended up sort of working out for Oats a little bit, but then it then that things diverged from there.
All right, this is a pretty complicated route back, so I do expect them both to be taking their time on this route back. This is not correct.
From who?
From Eddie. This N to M connection is a bit strange because they fell down Hotarubi to the runway to get here. Now you got to route back out this way.
Oh yeah, that's really weird, actually.
Yeah, it's a pretty big loop with Main Street and this room up.
This map configuration is, I think, a little tough too. Especially Torian. This is pretty nasty. I have noticed Eddie is pausing a little more than I think he normally is. And I think it's mostly just because the maps are so weird.
Yes. Yeah, this is certainly just a fairly complex map layout.
Yep. Well, Oats is making his way down back to Meridia. He knows what he has to do. He did already do M4. He just has to do bowling, which is, man, Oats got all the cutscenes, dude. I'm feeling he's so many cutscenes, He has to hit them all. Spore Spawn, GT, Acid Chozo,
That's true. This is a rare every Chozo scene.
Yeah.
GT, Acid Chozo, and bowling. All in one scene.
Yep. Brutal. I don't know I can't remember, but I wonder if Eddie will also have to do Acid Chozo. Because if
No,
I
he
mean I
won't
can't.
have to.
Okay, yeah, I don't think so.
So at least.
Oh, because he can save, I think, or something.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
that was just Oats had to go that way to get out of Torian.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
since Mother Brain is on the right side, I think Eddie can stay over there.
Right. Yeah, pretty brutal. They both have a pretty strong beam now, so like they're not even. I mean, they already weren't really thinking about Mother Brain too much. Like players at this level, they'll usually like just have to figure out a solution at the end, as long as you don't have anything big in your way, like Ridley. But yeah, they're 20 supers, plasma charge, like they're flying. Oh, yeah. Don't blame. I mean, I'd be feeling the same way, brother. Oats, Eddie needs to somehow get severely stumped here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not out of the question that Eddie loses a lot of time here, but he would need to lose like even more than a lot of time.
Right. I mean, it's possible that he just dead ends and avoids GT at all costs. I mean,
he does need to. He needs to get moving here. He doesn't need to go.
He's kind of pausing for. Wait, in Oats has the map. Is this how far is Oats from Torian from here?
It's pretty far.
It's so far. Oh my goodness. Why did it have to be so far?
Yeah, Eddie does. Oh wow, you could go around GT whole time too. So.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Cool.
Okay, never mind. Oh no. Oh, he's not even fighting GT. Oh my goodness. What a disaster. Eddie's like not. It's funny because I think Eddie's kind of feeling it now because that reset I think really messed with him, and
that's true. That's very true.
Because I think Eddie, you'll see Eddie never be rattled. You know, I'm good friends with Eddie. He just doesn't get rattled from that stuff. But I think when he gets rattled the most is user error. So like him just doing something like completely ridiculous or bad, I think he'll like that will bother him more than anything else.
Yeah. Okay, apparently we're saying I think Mother Brain is right there off of Crab Hole. So he did not blind it.
Okay, no blinds.
Fortunately, I'll say.
Yeah,
that would have been very funny,
definitely fortunate. It's a huge bummer he didn't have to fight GT though. I'll be honest.
Yeah, to be fair, GT's pretty fast.
Yeah, he has plasma now.
Plasma. Yeah,
Oats did not have plasma.
No. Yeah, so Eddie is sort of just following all the same things Oats did, so he will get pretty trolled by this map. But yeah, you see Eddie throwing his head back a little bit.
Yeah. Oats is okay. By the way, Oats does do this. He'll sometimes just like go into insane serious mode, and he did put that in chat. You know, it seems like he's giving up, but he's tearing that gum up.
He's trying. Eddie's not done.
Yeah, Eddie's not done, and Oats is like, well, you know what? Maybe we are on the same route. I got to get serious. Yeah. And Oats does kind of step it up a notch when he like really locks in, and you see that sometimes at the end of matches.
Eddie resetting here. I'm not sure why. It looks like he wants to like blind left for Mother Brain potentially. Ooh, if he
starts going on a blind,
cook himself a little
to the left, this could be some cookage.
This will dead end instantly. Fortunately,
it's so sad that he doesn't need to do GT or do Acid Chozo, honestly.
Yeah, I mean that reset he just took is a lot of time loss, and Oats is back in Torian. Wait a second. Wait,
whoa.
Wait.
This actually happening?
How is this Torian? This Torian was a lot closer than we thought. It was a closer.
Wait, Oats is ahead, right? If Eddie has to go get the map still, isn't Oats just ahead?
He actually is. Yeah.
Oats is actually just ahead here. This is crazy. I told you that gum stood no chance. He's locked in.
But Eddie's reset that he just took was like a lot of time. I feel like he definitely was ahead.
Oh my goodness.
Just went for the map.
This is really how bad the Torian map was, dude. It's so bad. And Oats we were counting him out. I should have stayed on my coke truck the whole time. I was there. Honestly, I might have to take credit.
Okay, let's remember you want to take credit for Eddie mashing his reset keys?
Yeah, I'll take credit for that too. Oh my goodness. Oats is
go,
here.
Eddie, go.
Okay, so hold on. Serious.
Where's the ship? Who knows where the ship is? Because I actually don't.
No, it's Meridia. It's free.
It's Meridia?
Yeah,
That's
Meridia.
far. That's far, though.
Well, okay, it is far, but Oats, has gone there twice now.
That's
He
true, yeah.
knows the route. My man's been there twice. He's done that route. He's gone on that
He
journey.
knows it. Yeah. That's his home. He
Wow, this
knows
is
it.
crazy. This is how bad Torian was. Even with Eddie dodging Acid Chozo and dodging GT, this is nuts. He's still able to catch up. And
Well, I wouldn't say he dodged Acid Chozo, because going, that's like just as bad as doing it. Right? It is kind of like I said, like he was likely to lose a lot of time, and he needed to lose more than a lot of time, and he did that. Right? He did lose a little more than a lot of time with that
So
reset.
I think Nitro and I were just foolish. Like Torian really wasn't
A little bit,
that
yeah. It was more
far.
time. than we
Yeah,
thought.
it wasn't as far. This is crazy. You know what? We knew the whole time. We just wanted to hype you guys up for a game 3. The comeback story is always much more sweeter when you think there's no chance for the person behind.
Oh yeah, and yes, as pointed out in chat, Eddie did throw away 3 minutes for literally no reason. That is true, but that's what happens. It's high stress environment. Mistakes happen.
And in that counter argument, though, Oats actually spent more time in Torian. I'm quite sure. He was here for so long.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
and there
Oats
it
is
is.
still
Oats
going through it.
needed another brain first. Let's see how well he has this route down.
240. It is long.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness, that's a lot. He's not happy about that. You do not, when you are having this close of a race, you do not want to see a long timer.
Yeah, Oats. He still thinks he's down.
He's going the
He
wrong
has
way. Oh my
no
goodness.
idea that he still has a chance. He 100% thinks he's already
Yeah,
lost.
he's like, yeah, Eddie's waiting on ship, taunting me, watching the restream. Like, okay, I mean, Eddie's already. Oh my.
This could Eddie, if Eddie can somehow no pause this and like do this perfectly, like this is not over.
Yeah,
This
it's not.
is
It is
long.
not over, and I'm not even coping anymore. This is serious.
If Oates has to pause and he does a long pause, like it's even,
Yeah, Oats already taking the wrong route and resetting is like a slightly unnerving. So like, we can see here. Let's see if Eddie Eddie already not pausing, by the way. Oh, he's gonna take the
Is he
reset as well.
going the wrong way as well.
Unless he goes to Acid Chozo. Okay, yeah. He shakes his head. Yeah, he did the same thing.
He should not have reset there, I don't think, but it's okay.
What do you think he should have? Oh, just walk back.
He just
right?
walked by.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
walked back. Way too early of a reset. With this much time, good runners usually will finish with like 50 seconds on the clock. So you have so much time.
Yeah, Oats does have a pretty good lead now. Man, you go up here? Is this really? I guess it is the way. Yeah, as we said, this map structure is so not simple.
Yeah, this is a very complex
strange
map
map
structure.
layout.
Oh my goodness, this is
Eddie's
such
gonna have to pause a
crazy
lot.
ending. Yeah, Eddie's. Oh yeah, because he's only been there once. Oats is actually doing quite a good job of not pausing. To be honest,
sure.
this is crazy by Oats.
Yeah, what a wild seed and wild race as well. Just crazy.
Wow, it's insane how this worked out. I'm really impressed by Oats though. I do think when after he said that in chat, I do think he just literally started playing faster. Like he just was like, I lose, so let me just play make it as close as possible. I don't know what he was thinking.
Man, Eddie is pausing a lot, I must say. I almost wonder, like what you're saying, I wonder if Oates' message got in Eddie's head. Like, does he think he's comfortable or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Eddie, I will say it's pretty rare for me to see Eddie this rattled.
Yeah.
He's definitely rattled. He's definitely rattled right now, and he can't really seem to find the route. And here Oats is coming up on ship. 50 seconds left on the clock. My goodness, he does it. Oats takes it. Game 2, 1-1. Eddie's smiling. Oh my goodness, that's insane.
Insane.
Oats,
He's so confused. Yeah, Eddie.
Come on, relax, dude. He's taunting his poor little Eddie, dude.
Yeah.
What a monster.
Boy,
No, but he's confused. He did think Eddie just won because he made too many mistakes. You have
Oats
to.
just saying how in the race room, just how.
Yeah. The thing is, though, the only I did Eddie make mistakes? I mean, it didn't really feel like it
I mean,
outside the end. And the
Yes, they
skip was-
both made credit to you,
Yeah.
but I mean, this seed was just crazy, right?
Right.
It
Well,
really
okay.
just
So you
a
missed.
couple of bad resets from Eddie, just like losing
Oh yeah.
time for just the no reason time losses, right?
Yeah, I kind of just want to go back on like what were the major, downfalls, and it was missing the super early, Eddie, also taking that really weird reset at baby skip, which I do think was just an actual like he was spamming buttons, user error.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate for sure. But it's great for us because now we get a game 3.
Yeah, we do get a game 3. Yeah, I guess they actually did make a fair share of mistakes, but it felt kind of even in terms of mistakes. But this is how it worked out, and Eddie not able to find that map early or blind. I mean, if he goes right in that crab hole, boom, he's ahead by like 5 minutes. It's crazy the difference it would have made. But yeah, they're instantly. I mean, if you guys been around the block, both these guys are the number 1 and number 1 post-game yappers. They have to go over the whole seed. They're yelling at each other. I lost 5 minutes. No, I lost 7 minutes. Well, guess what? I lost 10 minutes. So, but they are competitors. They both really want to win. So, Nitro, that was sick, man. I think that's the end of our journey, and I'm really happy you calmed this with me. That was fun. That's crazy.
That was great.
Oh my goodness. 1-1 losers finals. My
Incredible.
goodness.
Yeah,
And
GG's.
then-
We will be swapping off here for Braythorn and WX Fan, I believe, for this very exciting penultimate, or ultimate, I mean to say, game 3 here.
Winner of this goes on to face the true GOAT, my man Nitro in call, waiting to destroy the winner of this series. GG's Nitro. Looking forward to watching you in grand finals. Looking forward to the game 3 here. Thank you guys so much. And I think that does it. We're out of here. GG's.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Speed Gaming fans. I'm WXFan21 along with Brayathorn here on commentary. No crazy, ridiculous intros today other than I'm going to tell you the tale of the story. We have Eddie taking game 1. Oats took game number 2. This is the lower bracket finals of the gold bracket. The winner advances to take on Nitro in a best-of-5 gold bracket grand finals. This is the third last series of this tournament. This is going to be one of the most pivotal races that you all have seen all tournament long. Two titans of map rando, two titans of Super Metroid randomizer, speedrunning, whatever you want to call it. They're clashing right here, right now, head to head. Brayathorn, are you ready for this?
Oh, I'm absolutely ready, WX. I mean, look at our two runners here. We've got the chief of the cheese box, Eddie, versus the Sultan of single cell, Oats.
Oh, here we go.
Goats. And this one is gonna be crazy. I absolutely cannot wait to see how this one turns out. And it's starting real soon. WX, this round is gonna be starting in
It is
3,
very true.
2, 1, go! I was guessing. I was a little off. There we go. 1 second off.
You were off by a second. You were off by a second.
I had to guess it. But you know, not bad. Not bad.
So, what an interesting room to start in. We're starting in Bryn. This looks like probably the biggest map we're going to see. Those save stations are all over, and this time, it's going to be an early morph. Folks, Gravity 9+1 is our category for today. And we're going to try following along all of you in Twitch chat. If anyone has questions, please let us know. If we missed something, please let us know.
How about that?
Crazy.
Well, hold on.
But
That was
what
a
an
reset.
interesting start. Yeah, reset already. Oats fighting the first pack of missiles here.
And Eddie, of course, right there, grabbing a morph ball. Acquired. I got to throw those in there. You guys going to see me try to fit those in the conversation because WX and I, we both kind of, we yap a lot. So I'll try not to interrupt.
Okay, so, Eddie just got power bombs and missiles. Oats taking a reset, so this is now a reset for each racer. And this puts Eddie out to a very slight lead. You cannot overestimate how important those power bombs are, especially early. It can take out certain enemies. It opens your power bomb doors. They're very, very big early, especially considering they're explosives and we don't have bombs yet. So Oats finally going to find power bombs, and he's going to come across this missile pack. Eddie has found backwoods Shack tool here. He's behind Shack going to have the goods.
It does seem logical you're having just grabbed power bombs, which is a lie to get through here. Now, it's interesting that we got another item coming up here. This could be a major find for Eddie, and it's empty.
Nothing.
Hold on. Let me try it again. You get nothing, sir. Good day. There you go. That's what you get for that. So actually, I'm glad Shine Sparking Mart asked this. What does Gravity 9+1 mean? Gravity 9+1 means you start with Gravity Suit, 9 E-Tanks, plus 1 reserve. So this can be very, very fast. You don't have Varia Suit, but you don't need it. You have a ton of health, though that can lead to a lot of farming. Gravity Suit means you're just running through these water rooms like it's nothing. So it can be real. Also, it cuts damage in half as well. So it is going to be interesting because these are both incredibly fast, incredibly skilled runners. What are they going to do with this category, WX? How do you think this one's going to go?
So, first of all, I want to apologize if any of our initial commentary was loud. Having 3 different sets of commentators and being able to make sure you can do a sound check, there's no good way of doing a sound check outside of it, because the only way you can is you have to literally be on our Discord stage in the Discord of the stream rooms. My gain was literally super down for that intro. So, my apologies if things were allowed. It was not my intention, especially with obviously a game being of this caliber. There'll be jokes, but obviously not as many. We have a lot to focus on here. Grav 9+1, you know, good call from you, Bray. I'm about to see a lot of these heated run rooms early and often. Think about this for a second. You've got Oats, who managed to find some supers here early. I think that was the Bubble Mountain item or somewhere over there. We do have Eddie, who has found an extra E-Tank so far. It's not the trade-off you want. Things to also keep in mind for those of you who may have just dabbled in this. Bray, I know you've played plenty of hard trickies and whatnot. This particular setting, if you find an E-Tank, it's not something you're typically going to say no to. I mean, take a look at Oats. He's got 3 E-Tanks left, right? But if he finds another energy tank, that's an automatic refill. That saves you farming. That saves you from having to go to a refill room. There's so much to do here. And when you think about just those little tiny things, like an extra E-Tank, an extra missile pack, this was one of our Season 3 settings, and quite frankly, I think this is one of our most popular settings next to Varia plus Movement.
Right. Also, I do want to mention that Oats did come across luxury because Oats has Spring Ball. Spring Ball not really going to do a whole lot of good with Gravity Suit. Spring Ball usually part of a set of items that helps you with underwater movement without gravity. But it can be nice for movement through rooms like this. And also, you know, not having to wait for bombs to go off, to do little bomb jumps, to get over ledges, things like that. But still, not a momentous, not a huge item for Oats there, but we're going to see what is in here in bowling. Only the bottom item because Eddie does not have speed yet. But let's see, that's another pack of power bombs for Eddie. Eddie's going to peek that top item, drop a power bomb up there to, well, I mean, if it's just a missile pack, you'll see it on the map. There it is, just a missile pack. So yeah, that's bowling kind of handled there. Not really anything interesting there. And Oats here is I mean, how much did these two runners diverge here? How much have they separated? I mean, Oats here is going up, and Eddie heading right.
They've crisscrossed paths so far. They've crisscrossed each other's paths. Again, you saw her Oats just came across an energy tank. You're not saying no to that. There's the super missiles that most likely Oats already found. So, chat, I'm going to get this out of the way with early because there's a lot of game to talk about here. Exclamation point R in the chat to follow the racers. Exclamation point C to follow the commentary and tracking teams. And again, exclamation point SM map 26 if you want to follow along at the tournament, if you want to join the Discord. So again, we appreciate every single one of you being here, watching this live. There's over 1,500 of you watching this live. And we appreciate every single one of you. This is the last series, one of the last ones we're going to have in this tournament. It's been a phenomenal tournament. It's gone almost 3 full months long here. It's Eddie and Oats here in the lower finals. It's Andy and Ralix in the silver finals. And then Nitro awaits the winner of this game. Winner of this is going to take on Nitro, not in a best of 3, but a best of 5. Nitro is going to go into that game with a 1-map advantage. He'll already be up 1-0. So, again, folks, let us know in chat if you can do us a favor, please. We can't hear what's going on stream. Our trackers are doing a lot of work behind the scenes. So big shout outs to both Rubu and Cyber Fuzzy. Make sure you show them some love as there. Is the audio okay for the both of us? Please.
Yeah, they were saying earlier that it sounds perfect now. So we are good there.
That seems to be what it is. So I'm happy with that. I want to make sure they're good. So
now we
trying to
did
make sure all of our people are good.
We did get to see the Brinstar map, and top right, you've got Kraid up there, and it looks like Norfair is to the left. It is not speed locked. Someone did mention that, but you have
at the major down by Amphitheater Break.
Yes, and yeah, right, and there's a major down there as well, bottom left. So yeah, Norfair not speed locked because of it's right there in Attic Room. There is a speed locked entrance to Norfair. Now, if there's a one-way, that could be a soft lock there. Say that there's some kind of one-way loop through there where you have to have speed to get back. But other than that, yeah, no, I doubt it because I don't see at the moment any other sort of options there. Hi, Kraid. Bye, Kraid. That was quick, clean from Oats. Of course.
So here's
now, Eddie just grabbed Spring Ball.
Ray. I was going to say, Eddie already got Spring Ball, which Oats already had. So Oats out to a very tiny lead here.
Right. Now, Eddie's going to be getting this this other major here, though, that Oats did not get, and going to be using a Spring Ball jump here to get it. Now, so this is where it's actually going to help to have gotten Spring Ball like that. There it is. Now super clean. And let's see what Eddie is rewarded
Phaser.
with here. And Space Jump has been acquired.
So Space Jump makes things a little interesting. We saw in game number 2 how an Oats got Space Jump and High Jump. It kind of allowed him to go just a little bit faster. Again, when you think about what High Jump does, especially for racers of these calibers, there's kind of that muscle memory of your inputs and whatnot once you have those high jump boots. So having those boots back is making things a lot easier. Space Jump's going to allow us to fly through things just a little bit quicker in some of the bigger rooms. You see the double Norfair connector, Wreck Ship, Torian, of course, we have Kraid. There are a lot of different maps here, so this is a hub zone. And for those that don't know what a hub zone means there's at least 2 or more connectors in a zone, right? So we have 3 zones that we can go to, plus we got a boss here. So Oats is staring at the map. Is he gonna go back for Space Jump? We know it's Space Jump, probably not the right idea, but this map in Norfair is very far away. Now, I was doing a multi-world with Anthony, Sunwoo, and Loud and a bunch of other people. Anthony made a really good point. He would sometimes go for these smaller areas first because they're small. See where the map is, check them out. Oats is just yeeting right here in the Norfair. Bray, how much of Oats being down 1-0 when this thing started somehow won game 2? I wasn't. I messaged Bray behind, right, and I'm like, sorry, I set us up for game 3. I don't think we're getting to game 3, and then I messaged him, I'm like, bruh, never mind.
The thing is, the thing about Oats, you know what? Is never a lock for round 1. Oats wakes up in round 2. And I'm not saying like he's not trying. I'm saying that if you look at, say, Eddie's record throughout the tournament, it's a lot of 2-0s. But Oats will lose a round and then be like, all right, gamer lean, let's get serious. That's just how Oats kind of operates. In a way, he's a major wild card. And that's just, you know, whenever you're, and you can actually see it. If you just kind of glance at the face cams here, Oats is like really like shoulders forward, locked in. You know, Eddie has that same sort of like reverse gamer lean that he generally has. Eddie with the poker face, remind me never to play poker with this man. I would lose every time. But finding a speed lock in Wreck Ship. Ooh, that's rough. But yeah, Oats is, the thing is, I mean, I watched round 2 and it was crazy to watch. But the thing is, you can't count out Oats. A lot of the commentary was that from not from, of course, the commentators, but also chat. Everyone was like, at the end there, yeah, Torian's really far from bowling where Oats was at, getting that last objective, while Eddie was in Torian trying to find the map. But Oats, the thing is, that distance is shrunk down considerably when you're Oats and Goats.
Yeah, here's another thing. Oats went into Norfair and reset. He's now headed into Wreck Ship. He's going to end up finding most likely the same speed block that Eddie did. This is going to allow Eddie to attempt to make a bit of a comeback. Remember, Oats has already killed Kraid. Eddie's on his way to Kraid.
Yeah. Eddie's heading there now. He's got the tools he needs to take out.
We just talk about the real star of the show real quick. Chat! I see one of Oats's dogs behind him on face cam. Where are the pets for the puppy? Anyway.
Right. Well, I wanted to note something about how the maps are here, how you have your entrances there. Interesting note. The Torian side, the Torian entrance is not an entrance. That's a one-way. You can actually go down there, but you can come up from there. So it looks like Wreck Ship is how you have to get to it, to Torian. So I'm really interested to see fully what's going on here underneath Brinstar. But yeah, Oats back in Norfair now. I guess he's not going Wreck Ship.
That's right.
But yeah,
Ruby says shout out to the Super Metroid doggos, Mando, Mia, and Milo. Absolutely. All right, so Eddie's on his way to Kraid. Oats is back in Norfair. Now he's going to explore a couple different areas. Remember, we've talked about this, Bray.
Yeah.
Smaller areas can definitely prove to pay off if, in fact, you can do them.
Right.
Because they're quicker to clear, but with racers of these caliber, and I'm gonna put this back to you, and I know you mentioned Oats, you know, the game 2 stuff. What's the mentality of Oats going into a game 3? Because how game 2 ended, what do you think Oats' mentality is like right now?
Oats is, I mean, it's a gentle reminder, I think, that you can never really say what the other runner is doing. That's the thing about randomizer tournaments versus things like, I don't know, any percent tournaments and things like that. You have absolutely no idea what is going on with your competitor. If you're running a 100-meter dash, you can, you know, look ahead of yourself or behind yourself and see how you're doing in the race. But Oats was there in the race time room chat saying, like, you know, get this over with, put me out of my misery. When he had the win coming up. Like, it wasn't obvious, but he was able to, you know, to clutch it out. So Oats is probably now, like, I feel like Oats took that break that Rubu encouraged us to take, which, chat, I hope y'all all did that too. And thank you, Rubu, for encouraging that. I think Oats took that break and reset.
Yep.
I think that reset is going to be important to him here. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he's coming in sweating this too much. I mean, he's gonna there's definitely sweaty gaming going on 100%, but he's not, I think, as on the edge. He's not as on edge as he was, I think, at the end of round 2. So that's my thoughts.
I would definitely agree with that. Oats has been in plenty of these tournaments, and I apologize for the intro. I buried the lead. Eddie is your reigning and defending Super Metroid Map Randomizer online tournament champion. Oats is the reigning and defending Speed Gaming Live in-person tournament champion. So it's champion versus champion for the right to face Nitro in the gold bracket grand finals.
What
shout out to all of our commentators, by the way, today, Bray, right? Like,
yeah,
we had the dynamic duo of Aussie and Divine in game 1, Emmett Nitro game 2. We appreciate every single one of our commentators, and of course, shout out to Rubu and Cyber Fuzzy doing all the tracking and pushing the buttons behind the scenes. Really, Bray, the real MVPs of the tournament are our trackers.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you know, we're here. I just get to yell about the item that they might get. And honestly, do you know how this kind of started? It was like I was thinking about tracking and how complicated that must be. So I was like, I'm going to shout out every item someone picks up. And that's where that thing came from, by the way.
Another tank. Yep. That's a
just to be a little assist there on for tracking. But I mean, the trackers, they don't really need it usually. And also, the people who really help out our trackers, chat, whenever tracking is not really showing everything. Oh, hold up. Screw Attack has been acquired.
It's a big find for Eddie here early on.
It is. Screw Attack plus Space Jump it's just movement magic right there. I mean, that makes you unstoppable going through these rooms.
That's Three Musketeers easier. That's Wasteland easier. That's... Oh, and Eddie's found the ship. Oh, okay. Boy. I was going to say Key Hunter Stairs, but really nicely done here.
Boy, right. Oats really using the real estate of those E-tanks here. Running it down quite a bit, but gets to cool off here in Aqueduct. Interesting to not see Oats do the snail clip here. We're just going to grab the map, which makes sense because then you can see if it's even worth making the effort.
Mother brain. 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially there's 5, potentially 6 majors so close together.
It's Meridia. Oh, but wait, hold on.
7, maybe 8 majors. Holy moly.
Okay, all the majors are there.
6 to 8 majors.
And you know what? Oats came to Norfair too soon because you got Ridley here, you got Dragon here. Those majors are probably going to help with those fights. Oats needs to go.
He's got 2 other majors here in Norfair. Oh, excuse me, 1 other major in Norfair.
I mean, that is so sparse. That's nothing. I mean, really, Oats needs to be filler. Oh, bombs have been acquired. Y'all better get used to that. I'm about to be doing a whole lot of that for Eddie here in a bit.
So here's the deal. Meridia most likely are all filler items, but filler items can also mean beams and charge beam
has been acquired.
Oh dear.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I think Eddie's going shopping here. Eddie's gonna go on a shopping spree. Until I might be a little different. I would want to get every single one of them just because I have that sort of itch to do that. Eddie's gonna get whatever he needs to finish this thing out and finish it out. But of course,
they're so close to each other, though, Bray. All the majors are so close to each other.
They are, yeah. I see that, and I'm just going out of my mind. Like, I gotta know. Whoa, Oats, be careful, buddy. Come on. Yikes.
Oats, please.
That's one of the things about Gravity 9+1. You can be pretty cavalier about your health until you can't. Oh my goodness. Maybe you shouldn't have shot all of the fireflies there. There we go. Get a little health there. A little bit more. Is he gonna make it out? Yes, he does. Of course. All right. Now more majors coming up here. I might have missed one, honestly, with everything that's been going on, but
there's 6 to 8 majors.
Nice beam has been acquired.
Yep, this is exactly what I thought. This is Meridia is full of filler items.
Well, I mean, look. Here's the thing. Ice beam. That's your Zeb skip. I didn't really get a good look. Actually, no, you don't even need it. Wait, hold on. Yes, you do. You do need it because you cannot get a spark skip there.
There's no speed setup. Yep, there's no speed setup.
Yep, one tile up, and that would have been a perfect setup for a spark skip, but they don't even have speed. So, yep, Eddie's got ice now. That's gonna save on refilling ammo, that kind of thing. It can make a big difference.
I'm gonna call this right now. There are 2 majors here inside of Norfair. If the majors are speed, Varia, and/or grapple or plasma, Oats needs 1 or 2 of the 4. Grapple's gonna help with Dragon. Speed's gonna help with Dragon. Plasma, because you're most likely gonna run into charge beam when you get to Meridia anyway.
And Oats has X-ray.
And of course, speed booster, because we've seen speed blocks already.
Yes, we have. Now, there is a very good point that was made in chat by a couple of our people in chat who are also runners. You can actually get a Zeb skip there in that power bomb door. Speed and grapple beam have been acquired. Eddie just cleaning up. That's crazy, man. Crazy. Oh my goodness. Eddie's just major? Like. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? It's Phaser. That's fine. Wow. That is just bananas. Eddie is just Unreal. Like, hey, hope you enjoyed your game 3, but
yeah, that's crazy.
My goodness. Now, of course, Eddie might be thinking, yeah, Oats might be doing the same cleanup that I'm doing right now, all the same gathering I'm doing right now, you know? But we know he's not. He's kind of went Norfair, and who would have thought Meridia would just be absolutely stacked?
Yeah, but at this point, Oats doesn't care. Oats is going ammo. He's got 30 and 25. 1 more super, and that is it for Oats. Oats will be able. He's heading down for the other X. If that X, and he's got 1 shot at this. Oh, he's got GT. He's got 1 shot, 2 shots. He needs 1 super pack, and he's got to farm and refill. He can clean Norfair and be done. Head to Meridia to be able to find Mother Brain. There'll be 1 boss away at that point as Oats. And now Eddie's made his way into Criteria. This is going to be insane. It is beams versus ammo at this point. Fantoon is here in West Ocean.
West Ocean Fantoon, who would have ever expected that? Me?
Not me.
Yep. Rubu, you, yes.
It.
Also, WX, you too? Probably?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Also the devs.
Also the devs. Right. Okay, so here's the thing. Oats, I believe at this point already, you're gonna have to correct me, chat, if I'm incorrect. But 30, 25, and 10, Oats should have everything he needs to take out Ridley as well here.
He does, and he's got the energy for it.
Right.
But here's the thing. It needs to be a super clean Ridley fight. Because he doesn't have Varia. He doesn't have
Varia, that's true. That's true, but Oats, I've seen Oats no damage Ridley plenty of times. And honestly, like he's done a setup like this without gravity, with like 6 and 2, 6 plus 2 or something. Like he's done it before. So I'm fairly certain
All right.
like this is comfortable for Oats. It's really no problem at all. So Oats is gonna go and get them. Get rid of
Eddie.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right, chat. Let's do this. I want to know, and this is fan interaction time. Who are you here rooting for? Eddie or Oats? Post who you're rooting for in chat, or are you just rooting for some good racing? Let's go. Get it in chat. Let's go.
Because get those in quick, because I will say that Oats right now is looking to farm a bit and take out Ridley right now. And yes, this should be comfortable for Oats. But yeah, let us know who you guys.
I love how
Oats.
there's one comment from the
The true fan right there.
I love it.
Bristlebound actually, I feel the same way. Says both, like a dork. Yes, yeah, I feel that 100%. Emmett is Emmett, and that's great.
Emmett, I'm not saying that on stream. I do not want to get fired from my own tournament.
Okay.
Anyway, we do not want to get banned.
Listen, hey, I mean, I've been over here trying not to say what there's a possibility of with that mother brain setup, okay? I'm doing my best, but haven't been banned. If you know, you know. But anyway, that's Fantune down for Eddie, so we're going to be seeing that map here very soon. And at the same time, we're going to be seeing a very clean Ridley fight, I imagine. Knock on wood, not trying to cast a curse.
Words just said it. 7+2 is going to be tight.
7+2 is going to be tight?
Yep. So there's one. I don't think, because Ridley was kind of spawning in, I don't think that Oats got the double on that first powerbomb. I could be wrong.
Right. I mean, the thing about it is
Chat
clutching
wants
out.
you to say the thing. Chat wants you to say the thing.
Oh, no. I don't say it just to say it. And Sinith, that's the other thing that I worried about getting in trouble for. No.
Oh my
there's
goodness.
criteria.
2 more majors.
I mean, just give them to Eddie on a silver platter at this point. Come on. Oh boy,
Bro,
this is
that
getting
costs
close, but
extra
that's
money.
it. That is a clean Ridley fight from Oats. Look at
Let's
that
go.
ammo count. Wiped out. Other than power bombs.
Flawless,
Very, very
Ridley.
clean.
Flawless.
Now, Caffeine Daydream is invested in hearing me say the thing, I'm sure. But no, we'll see if that comes to pass. Let's hope for it. You know, maybe not. Come on, we gotta have a little fun around here.
Yeah, listen, it's game 3, gold lower bracket finals. We got W commentators throughout all of them. We've got amazing trackers. Chat, can you all do me a favor? As much as I feel like commentary gets a lot of love, can you get some hearts in the chat for all the trackers this tournament? Especially Rubu and Cyber Fuzzy here doing tracking for 3 games straight. Let's get some hearts in the chat for our amazing trackers, please.
That was almost an absolutely sick speedball from Eddie, by the way. Just
Yeah, that would have been
bonked a tiny bit.
amazing.
Bonked it a tiny bit.
Thank you
Okay.
all. Trackers are the lifeblood of any tournament. They're what get the restreams going.
Kind of feel for Oats here because he's just there sitting in nobody's favorite farm, having a farm there. Yikes.
Yep.
There was a major on the left that Oats left behind. I don't know, maybe he couldn't get it. Now remember this. Oh, hold up. Best beam has been acquired.
All right, so that's
Eddie picking up wave.
PRKD beam for Eddie.
Yeah, that's a strong beam combo. Eddie's well versed in that one. So
There's only 2 majors left we haven't seen. High jump and Varia and Plasma. So there's gonna be 3 majors left we haven't seen yet.
okay. I think I believe I need to take a peek at the map, which we should have actually in general right now, I think.
You go take a peek at the map while we take a look at Oats getting through Wave Gate. So this route is... It's very tough to say who's in the lead at this point, right? Eddie's going to be able to fly through Norfair. He's going to be able to fly through the bosses with little to no problem. He's got the grapple for Dragon. He's got the PRKD beam for Ridley. It's going to be a lot faster Norfair, but Oats, I think, is going to end up with the better route. Oats has the 2 hardest bosses done now. Criteria is connected, I believe, to Meridia, or has it connected to Meridia, and then it's Meridia to, I believe Meridia is where Mother Brain is. So
Yes.
this is going to be, it'll be interesting to see how Oats finishes the route, but this has been pretty good. So here we go. Oats has got a very rougher Dragon fight here.
Absolutely, but I mean, Oats has dealt with those so many times.
Agreed.
He's done so. I mean, he's been speedrunning this for so many years, and it's going to be annoying because it's just ammo and farming and
Oats
farming.
doesn't look annoyed at all. That's
it.
Dragon
Look at that.
Was flawless.
That it just absolutely textbook, and it's something that I mean, you just cannot be surprised by this stuff with Oats anymore. You know?
No, you can't. So now Oats has a decision, and he's staring at it, Bray. Meridia or Bryn.
Well, we know what's in Meridia. Oats does not. So I don't know. It's a tough one. But the thing is, yeah, I think Oats does have a pretty big advantage here in routing because you want to end in Meridia, right? You want to end with that final boss. And
we know the criteria door is off of Meridia.
That's right. Now, someone remind me, where was Fantoon? Criteria. So if Oats goes Meridia now, that could be bad because you want to make that the last spot, but he doesn't know that.
But again, the only correct me if I'm wrong. The only criteria door that I saw was off of Meridia, unless it's off of Brinstar.
Okay, that's where I would actually let me see
off
it.
Of Meridia. Okay, so
it is off Meridia, so that actually is the right way to go. Excuse me. So that's what you want. Right on. And then again, Rubu, thank you for the maps. Appreciate that. And yes, I am seeing.
Someone's got Varia suit. Who got Varia?
Who acquired Varia? Somebody did. Eddie acquired Varia, maybe? Who got it? What are we talking about? I can't just throw these echoes
Eddie
around
got
for no
Varia.
reason.
Eddie got Varia.
Varia suit's been acquired. There you go.
Thank you, Bray.
You're welcome. That's why y'all keep me around. I know.
Hey, Bray.
Another major. What are we getting?
Oats.
And that's the one. You know what? Let me do this the right way. Varia suit has been acquired. There it is.
Well.
I did it the right way there.
I teed you up. Oh, and Eddie just found boots.
That's it.
He blinded Varia and Boots.
Have been acquired. Man, oh man.
Blinded Varia and Boots. Oh
that's so funny. That is so funny. And you know, the funny thing is, that's what Oats left behind. He left Boots behind. Yeah.
Say the thing, chat. The luck on this guy.
Was that someone help me out here? Was that the original source of that quote? Was Oats talking about Eddie? I gotta know.
I have no idea. I just know I've seen chat post it off and on throughout the entire tournament, so I just want to tilt them a little bit. Anyway, love you, chat. You all are great. 1,700 plus people watching this live right now. Hello, VOD lovers and YouTube.
Oh, this one's definitely making it to YouTube. Likely to Oats' channel too. What's up? Oh, YouTube Oats and Goat subscribers. Maybe Eddie's channel. This is absolutely one for the record books here because these are two amazing racers here. This is the kind of thing you expect to see in the final set for a tournament. Here instead it is in the lower gold bracket, but no less momentous like because of that. It's still an amazing race to watch, and these two runners have brought their A game here.
Nitro's licking his chops going, yes, YouTube, please get this out of your way. Fight game 3. Be a lot easier when I 3-0 whoever gets out of there. Nitro awaits the winner of this with a 1-game advantage. So for those of you that have already watched some of the finals already, silver, bronze, and copper all have best of 3 grand finals. The gold bracket is a best of 5 grand final, in keeping with what we've done in the last several tournaments. We've had best of 5. Oh, but WX, it's not really a best of 5. Yes, it is. It's a best of 5 with the winner getting a 1-game advantage. There is no best of 4. It's a best of 5, and 1 game is already in the hands of Nitro. So
that's how double elimination works, everybody.
There it is. So now becomes a big story. Oats doesn't need to go for the majors. Is he gonna get any on the way to criteria? Is he? I don't think he goes all the way back to Torian at this point. That'd be a waste of time. I think Oats is gonna go probably the sand pits over to criteria.
Right.
That would. Oh, he's going. He's going.
Nope.
Pirate Shaft.
Yep. I mean, hey, it's a potential for 2. It's right there. He's going to peek it though. He's not going to just, try to find the way around. And let's see. Of course, we know this was Ice Beam, and he might want that, but he's just shaking his head. He's like, nope, I don't need it. I don't need it. Also, when you're Oats in this position, you might be more keen on finding X's on the map too, because you're 5 supers away from just like, all right, I'm go mode. There we go. Now, Emmett earlier made a good point about that long straightaway, that long sort of one way that Eddie took to get to Boots of all things. That was a major punish for Eddie. That right there set him back a couple minutes, and he's seeing that now. I mean, it's literally like it is the detour. That was like the cul-de-sac on the Norfair map, and it was not. I mean, Varia sure means less farming, but you don't really need it, obviously, in Gravity 9+1. And yeah, he's also like, I didn't need high jump boots. I personally hate playing without high jump boots. And I know I'm not the only one. But
I mentioned it earlier, muscle memory.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, here we go.
Yep. He's seeing.
He's gonna clear the. Yeah, I mean, you gotta clear these up, right? This is charge beam.
It's all right there. Charge beam. He's gonna be like, well, I guess I don't need to look for another X there if I get a decent beam. But hey, it's a good backup.
In go mode.
Yeah, that does make it technically go mode.
He would have had to refill after breaking mother. No, he wasn't. He needed a missile pack or 2 more. So
now, one thing I was bringing up earlier was this was mentioned in chat by some of the runners there that you can actually get a spark skip when Mother Brain is on left of Big Pink behind the power bomb blocks there, and that's by breaking the crumble blocks on the bottom, getting a short charge, storing it, and then basically jumping up in morph ball up into that little opening there and then going through. I mean, it's super tight. It is super tough to get, but that's how these runners are. Both of these runners
is going to come down to the wire. This is going to come down to the wire. Oats has finally made it in the criteria.
Yeah, he's gonna take on Fantoon.
We know it's not big, but Eddie, and I mentioned routing earlier, Eddie has defeated Ridley. He's now got 1 boss left in Dragon. He's got a quick Dragon kill with the grapple beam, and the Meridia door is right there.
Yeah. Now
Eddie has a very real possibility of being up by about a minute at this point, but he's gotta farm a little bit on the way. He's got the 7 supers. He's got the Zeb skip item. And Oats is just full yeeting for the map right now.
That's the thing. Once Oats,
to answer chat's question, is in criteria. He's pretty close to it. But Eddie at this point, all those extra majors that Eddie got is allowing him to fly through Norfair a lot faster. I mentioned this earlier.
Yep. I mean, Oats is used to going fast with less stuff. I mean, they're both used to it. To be clear. But I mean, this right here is like, is that as much of an advantage? It really remains to be seen. Because Oats is, I mean, technically closer to he's right there. He's got to go get Fantoon, and it is a West Ocean Fantoon. That's going to take some time. Eddie's going to be finishing off Dragon here within like 60 seconds, and that's that. So, and then Eddie's going to book it for Mother Brain. This is exactly what we wanted. We wanted a close round 3, and we're getting it. This is just absolutely insane. This is how round 3 had to be.
It's a new bridge connector on up for Oats. And Eddie now just trying to finish off Dragon here. Eddie's
I have to wonder.
Finish Dragon off with ammo, and Eddie is done.
I feel another thing here is that Ice Beam is also very close to Mother Brain. If Oats decides like, okay, you know what, I don't want to have to go reload. Let me just go grab Ice real quick. It's not that far from that Mother Brain location. Yep. So Oats could just go
Eddie's
grab
ahead.
that to get the Zeb skip.
Eddie is officially ahead. All he has to do is go back to beat Mother Brain. He's got the Zeb skip. He knows where the ship is. He knows where Mother Brain is. His
Yeah.
routing back turns out to be the proper thing. It's not that Oates' route was bad, but
Yeah.
it turns out that all the majors that he got originally from Meridia proved to be the deciding factor in this. And there's the shaking his head from Oates. He knows it.
Yeah.
Last door he's gonna check is gonna be Fantoon. So
This is tough. This is tough because it is. Oh, look at this. Wait, hold on. What is this reset? What is this reset?
Oates,
Why did he reset?
Oates.
That's
Oates,
okay.
What?
I don't know why Oates did that.
Why did Oates reset? He was right at Fantoon.
Did he? Was he soft locked? No, he was right at Fantoon. Did he? Was it accidental? What was that?
Chat's thinking Fantoon wasn't there. Nevdy's saying forgot about the second door. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I'm rewatching this here, and when he went into where he thought Fantoon was and found an energy refill station, he reset. It's mind-boggling. I don't know. This
There's
is
one
it.
other right door. It was you had to go through that door to get to it, I think.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, but it was a pass-through. So
I don't
Wow.
think it would have mattered one way or another because Eddie's already here. That's just. We saw the reset from Eddie and came too.
yeah, what is going on here? I mean, maybe it's because maybe it's caster curse because I was calling it a close race.
I mean,
I don't know.
Quick it was. Twitch chat. For the final time in this series, get your guesses in the Twitch chat for the escape timer guessing game. It's in the same zone as Mother Brain. I'm going 40 seconds, Bray. What about you?
I was thinking 45.
All right, so 40 and 45 from us. Eddie, you are reigning, defending Map Rando online champion. Oates is your reigning and defending Speed Gaming Live champion. And right now, unless Eddie somehow just... I don't even know as a professional broadcaster how I can say this without him totally shambling like 10 times on the escape. I don't think Oates has a shot.
Yeah,
at
no,
this
there's
point,
no way.
unfortunately.
There is
Nitro
no way.
is salivating. He's already beaten Eddie once this tournament. He's the reason Eddie is in the lower bracket. I believe it was a 2-0 over Eddie. Nitro already has a one-game advantage heading into the grand finals.
Look,
All
here's the thing.
Nitro is going to need is 2 of 4.
If you're Nitro, and you're like, I made it to the finals, like I made it. You want to face the defending champ. That's how you want the story to end.
He's already beat the defending champ.
That is the story, everyone, that you are witnessing right now, because Eddie is going to be hitting that escape, and let's see what that timer is. And the timer is, who gets the cookie? 30 seconds. Oh boy, this is going to be probably a lot of people.
All right,
6
whoever
people
gets
guessed it.
30, whoever gets the 30 seconds, you win a metaphorical cookie. All right, Bray, this is how we're gonna end it. Eddie versus Nitro was the gold bracket upper finals. Nitro beat Eddie to send him into the lower bracket. It is time for Eddie to seek his revenge. Your gold bracket grand finals are set. Nitro versus Eddie. V2. Eddie defeats Oates in the lower bracket finals 2-1.
Let me get this right here. The winner is Eddie. Sorry, had to do it. That's an amazing
You're
race
good.
we just witnessed, WX. Man, what a crazy run from both of these runners. Absolutely
GG's
bonkers.
to both racers. What a race, what a finish, what a series. You couldn't have asked for anything better. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. We have Eddie and Oates going to be coming in on commentary shortly. Chat's getting ready for some Yap Rando, aka post-game interviews.
That's right.
Chat, let's get some thumbs up if you enjoyed that series. Thumbs up in the Twitch chat if you enjoyed that series.
What a run! What a race!
What a run it was.
It's almost impossible to keep up with these guys too when we're doing comms. We do our best, but it was so good. Okay, now
Des. I didn't see series. Des, please. Eddie and Oats, welcome in. Eddie,
GG's.
Congratulations.
GG's to both.
GG. Yeah,
GG's to you both.
Wow, what a race!
So I misread the criteria map. Whoops.
Well, chat wants us to ask you why the reset there.
Why did you reset?
Just
there?
a little bit of excitement, I guess. It turns out it wouldn't have mattered anyways if he finished at 42, but I misread the way that it laid out. I thought that in my mind I saw it differently, and I was just I was like, oh, that door can't be Fantoon because of this in my mind. Some weird justification. So then I just revert out,
Oh, shoot.
Well,
the criteria map.
it was close at that point. It was pretty close at that point. But with the lead probably being in Eddie's hands by like about a minute or so, maybe minute 30. But yeah, it was. Yeah.
I assume Eddie blinded into Meridia before Norfair.
Yes. Did you do that, or did you commit? Okay.
Nope. That's
felt
terrible.
Like I felt like that was a win. I was gonna win automatically.
Yeah, you automatically win with that.
I don't know because unless you had trouble.
Because in order, like, you grab these majors, and then we both grab these majors anyways, and then do you go into C afterwards?
Yes, I do.
And
wait,
then
hold on. You did you grab the majors in Meridia 2 when you got there?
Some, because I was looking for speed booster because I was afraid we were speed locked from Wreck Ship to Torian.
I thought I was gonna be in trouble because Varia was on the way, and then I basically had Ridley ammo even without because I got charged plasma and ice, but I got Ridley ammo along the way and I spiked the Varia, so I was like, oh god, I think I might lose. But maybe something happened and it was a problem.
No, because so the way I routed to the map was not from the bottom door. So I didn't continue through, which it turns out it was the right choice, but I didn't have Varia. So I was like, oh, great. So
okay.
If you just do that, you get Varia. And then it's just GG's. So like once I saw Meridia was big pink immediately, I was like, yep, Eddie definitely went to Meridia.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. I thought it was worth checking the right
You
door.
just get charged and you get resources. So it's like...
It's a little cheesy, but yeah, I looked at the map layout because you see all the saves on the bottom left, and then you see the map on the bottom right of the world.
Yeah.
So I was like, that is really far. I think there's a good chance that this goes to another region. I felt really good when that happened, but yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot, so you didn't get... So...
I was like scrounging for some X's and stuff before Ridley, so I go down, and
you didn't find Varia. So you went through pants then?
Nope.
You went up the toilet
down. I go
the shaft
up. Yep. Then I go up, and then I see.
Oh. Okay.
Because I saw the layout in my mind was I wanted to get to the top of the E-tank, or the BTOM.
Yep.
So I went up, and then I was like, oh, this is Croc Speedway. I might be locked out.
Yep.
And then I see Bot Swoon. So then I like wrap around because I don't know if I'm like speed locked. So I kind of took a weird route, but basically I get to the map, and then I don't have Varia, and then I'm scrounging for supers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say because I got Varia and high jump. High jump's at the very end of that path underneath the toilet, and I'm like, oh my god, right?
Yeah.
So then I was thinking but I see if you miss the Varia, then you're screwed because you have to go back. Yeah.
It was like the farming took way too long for Ridley for the Ridley fight. Yeah.
There's no good. The best farm is best farm looks like you have to jump the sand pit down there. Oh no, there's a farm on the right, I guess. To the right of Ridley?
Yeah. it sounds great and all, but you're taking heat and then you're jumping in the lava and it's just miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like because you didn't take that bottom route and get the Vario, you're gonna be in trouble anyway.
Yeah.
I was worried for that route, but yeah, it looks like you have to like specifically go in that room to get the benefits of that route, I guess.
I think with criteria, my brain was a little dyslexic, I think is what it was. Because there's only 2 saves in my brain when I scanned it and I saw that save and I was like, oh, that's the other save. And then I like revert. I think that's what happened.
So what happened? You went to criteria and you reset?
Yeah, so I was like in ocean and then I end up getting up to the top. And then I meant to check, or did I go to the top? Yeah, I did eventually. I meant to check that save to see if it was powered off, but I think when I scanned it real quick, and I think my brain just said, "Yep, that's a left map" or whatever. So, or like it's not the right map, therefore it can't be or something. So then I revert and then leave. Yeah. Okay. So then I start looking for speed booster, and then I was on my way to Torian. So it was GG's at that point.
It was game over. I see.
But I guess you were like a minute ahead at that point anyway. So it's pretty hard to come back since I think it was Meridia just has Mother Brain, so that's rough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that sucks. Oh man, so you're about to go to wreck ship basically.
Yeah, I was on my way.
That's Eddie, disaster. Your path into Norfair was kind of rough, wasn't it? Like you basically like you took the one direction that was kind of locked in, and
it's funny because like it was bad for me because at that point I got all the loot in Meridia, so I didn't like need the Varia, right? But like obviously like Oats would have loved to take that path because he would have spiked the Varia. He probably had a good chance of winning if that was the case, if he spiked the Varia and then he walked it back and stuff like that. But so that's the path Oats wanted to take, and then I took the path that Oats wanted. I took the path that he took. I wanted the path that he took, and he wanted the path that I took. So we kind of flip-flopped there a little bit.
Yeah. It is pretty nice going into looking at Meridia, because what do we get? Charge.
You get we got speed booster. We got like full beam, basically minus wave, I think. So I was like, I did get ice, yeah. So I was just ready to go, but I just found like 15 more supers along the way. So then once I found the Varia, I was getting like, oh god, like. But that requires you to spike the Varia. So if you don't spike it, then your route is like really bad. I think it like doesn't work out well for you.
What made you decide to check the right door before you just go to the left?
Which one are you talking about?
To blind into Meridia.
Oh, because when I paused, I mean, now we have the map, right? But you know how we could see all the saves, and then we see the map in the very far bottom left, right?
Yep.
On the structure of the map, because you could see there's nothing to our right. There's no saves to the right? And there's like 15 saves scattered on the left side. So you can kind of see that Norfair is, you can almost like draw a square around like the top right save and the bottom left map, right?
So you're just hoping that there's a zone stacked on top of
It felt like a worthwhile gamble. It basically felt like a worthwhile gamble because also the map is really far. If the map is like kind of close, I don't think too much of this, right? But I was just like, there's like a really good chance that there's just a zone to the right here. It's funny that it was the immediate door, but yeah, I felt extremely good, obviously, when this happened, but I think there's definitely if you just happen to take the Varia door, which I did, and then you don't have the criteria mishap, I actually think you might beat me here because you wouldn't bother picking up the majors in Meridia. I think that would be the cleaner route because I have to pass Motherbird and come back. But that requires everything to kind of go right, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, and then the other two games, I don't know, it's all a blur.
There's maps and notes if you look in the general chat for games 1 and 2.
Right. I was going to mention that. And also, Oats, where you had that unfortunate reset, Eddie, that happened to you in race 2.
Game 2, I don't even know if you remember everything I had. Game 2 was just a complete clown fiesta.
I blacked out. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I made so many mistakes in that one that like it was kind of like, okay, I made a mistake. Like I'm gonna play the best that I can play, but I realized like I missed something that I should have checked. Right. I think at the beginning we both got frazzled a little bit, probably because it's a weird situation where you get the map at the very beginning, at the very like top. This is game 2, I think, right? But like you get the map, and then you realize you have to reset and go like all the way back to the beginning because that's where like everything else is. Or no, is game 2 the morph one where we had to find supers that were like behind a hell run that we both didn't check? Yeah.
Yep.
That one. I realized like there was a good chance Oats probably also last location the supers in morph because I realized like you don't really have an incentive to check the left door in that hell run. So I was thinking like I shouldn't be too like feeling like I'm behind because I think we might have both done this even though it felt really, really horrible. But yeah, there was some
I
weird
assumed
back
I
and
was
forth
so
at the
far
start.
behind because we can get the map immediately.
Can we?
Didn't we have the requirements for that?
I could not because I didn't get the super. The super unlocks the map.
Wait, that was a super door?
Yeah, it's bottom right of Business Center, I believe, and it was a super door leading to the map. And then what ends up happening is you kind of like blind every door, and then the X. If I remember correctly,
Are you looking at the right map?
Maybe I'm trying to remember it. I don't have the seat up.
It's the top of Mount Everest, and it's just Batu and Tall. I'm pretty sure we had gravity and speed. I think you're looking at the wrong map. So we can get the map.
I'm talking about the
immediately.
Norfair map, the Norfair one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or Wreck Ship. Wreck Ship is the one that has the super door, I believe, that leads to the map.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, yeah. So then once
That's the
got
one you have to
supers,
open. Yeah,
once I got
you get
supers, I ran immediately to that, and I'm like, oh, great. So there's nothing here. Good. But you do see. Also, if you Shine Spark out, you do the BT skip, do you get the objective?
I think you have to kill BT.
Okay, because I was like, oh, I'm just going to do the skip, and then I missed it barely because I hit the hitbox.
Oh.
So I didn't make it out. I wouldn't even have thought about it. I would
yeah. I think you would have gotten destroyed if you did that.
That would have been funny. Yeah.
If you BT skip, you soft lock the game. Wait, really? Okay, well. All right, well, don't do that. You don't want to do that, I guess.
Wait, why would it soft lock? I've done it before in randos.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's an objective reason for it. Maybe there's some weird map rando issue with it.
Okay.
But yeah, you can do that normally, so.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't refight BT. The good thing you didn't do that. Oh my god.
That would have been funny.
That would have been the worst way to win.
Yeah. All right, I'm at Mother Brain. Oh, nope. Whoops. Well, at least it would have been better in game 3, but yeah, it would have been either way at all. You know.
I actually got kind of confused once I got to once I like started entering the BT room, I realized, oh wait, this is where Morph is. I was like thinking like, okay, I guess Morph's somewhere back in Meridia. Maybe I missed something, but then I realized, wait, it's got to be here.
Yeah, I figured because I did everything that I possibly could before I got Morph. So
yeah, I did too. I think I felt pretty bad about it, but yeah, game 2 was crazy. I think my route was probably like stronger too because I did one pass the bowling. You had to double dip it, right?
Yes.
You got the bowl. Yeah, and then okay, so that's like horrible. I actually one passed. I killed Fantuna and then got there, and then the route.
That's what I was worried that happened.
Because
I had to do it twice. Yeah, I don't know how you lost to me. I was actually.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, all roads lead to me getting third, regardless. So either way.
You mean a podium finish? All right, that's and congrats on the podium finish.
Thank you. I'm very happy with the third. It's a big tournament, so it's a bummer losing to someone like Eddie, but it is what it is.
Hey.
Wow.
And then so game 1. Game 1's a bummer because I just take a hit to the key hunter, and that's literally it. Yeah, other than that, like so that brought me kind of farish back to the green shaft, and I had to maybe grab something else and then come back, and then I just went down to Brinstar afterwards because we don't know if the world goes up left through Wreck Ship or down. So
exactly,
that's rip.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's just you just get through, you win. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Eddie got 2 large healths from the key hunters. Otherwise, he dies too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured. I figured he got 2 large healths.
Someone like analyzed my VOD and like.
Oh, they did immediately. They were like telling me all about how you got lucky with like some
People
large
had
energies.
People had the magnifying glasses out,
Yeah.
seeing how much health I gained and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I don't make it through wreck ship, then it's obviously game on. It got really weird afterwards. I still lost time in there, in a weird way, but that's not gonna offset. It's not enough to obviously offset skipping it altogether. So, but yeah, if I had failed that, it was just like I'm there, so I give it a try. But if I had died, I go to Brit as well, and then we have a game.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's just the way map randos go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. The only what's that?
Did you X-ray climb the start?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I felt pretty. I kind of laughed because I X-rayed the pirates, and I also X-ray climbed that, and I'm like, wait, my pick is like giving me stuff that I want.
Yeah. I figured I was giggling about it because I went back and saved before. I was hoping like that was logical power bombs or something, and it was just missiles. So then I just bailed, and then saved, and then did it. Yep. And I was like, I know 100% Eddie did this as well, but he might have done this without saving. Which, if you do that, then you deserve to be soft locked. But I assume you saved after. So.
Yeah, I had the save.
Okay.
And Oats, I already told you the stupid reset I did in game 2. That was dumb. I can't believe I did that. That cost me a lot of time. But
yeah. So what? How did that happen anyway?
So I unequipped my speed booster because I was just like, okay, I don't want to lose like 4 tanks of health here, so I want to get this baby skip. It's no high jump baby skip, which is not that many people can do this. Because without like a bomb setup, even fewer people, right? Like Oats is one of the few. But I can do it as well. So I was just like, all right, cool, let's do this. So I take off my speed booster, and then I do it, and then I get grabbed, and the moment I get grabbed, I just hit my soft reset button. I just like it's just complete muscle memory.
And that's happened to me before. It's just like you're not thinking, you just press the button combo, and it's
I was just like, oh my god, what did I do? So I got teleported kind of far back, unfortunately. So
you'll see my reaction when I win that one. I'm extremely confused.
The classic Eddie just end it real quick, and then Oats is finished in first place.
I mean, that was like 20 minutes before you finished or I finished, so I don't know. That was awful. But a couple of good games. Only the unfortunate first game issue with wreck ship, but there's not much you can do about that. Other than that, I feel like I wasn't too far behind. I was on my way to Mother Brain at that point when you finished. So it's fairly decent.
I mean, honestly, I would say first game, I don't get through wreck ship. Who knows who wins then, right? Who knows who wins? Who knows? Like it's just a total game, right? And then this third game is pretty much just like me just checking that right door. But that's not even it, because if you had just chosen to check another door and got the Varia, then I think you might also take this game.
Depends if I continue through. I do continue through if I get that, though, because that is just kind of going to the map.
It is. You get high jump out of it. You have to walk it back, but you won't have to struggle with any. You don't have to struggle anymore at that point with like health and stuff like that, right? So, and you skip all the majors in Meridia. So, I mean, I think just just one different choice, like when it's not your fault or anything, right? Like definitely just like one choice here and there could just completely make you win the game versus me. But it just worked out in my favor today, basically.
Yeah. And then game 3, I'm just glad that I wasn't like somehow 30 seconds ahead at Fantoon, and then I revert because my brain is flipping saves and not looking at the map properly.
That would have been pretty bad.
That I would have been upset then. I mean, I'm certainly, as a competitor, I'm not pleased with that mislook or that overlook and that mistake, but I'm just glad that I wasn't in the lead at that point. And when I hear like you were a minute and a half ahead, I was like, that would be very disappointing. Yeah, but other than that, mistakes happen. Brain's just misfiring today, I suppose. But yeah, very good games. Congrats on continuing through. I will take my podium finish. I am like I said, I'm very happy with the results. I did not expect to get third in a 64 bracket. There's a lot of good players recently and a lot of competition. So definitely very happy. This has been a very fun tournament, and thanks everyone for doing comms, for tracking, for putting this whole thing together. It's a lot of work, and this has been going on for 3 months now, nearly. So, yeah, just very happy with it. Looking forward to season 5. Hopefully, there's a good break in between. I think we're all a little, burnt out after the season 4 and then this long tournament. But looking forward to all the new competition after a little break with whatever season 5, with the new leaderboards and all that, whatever that brings. So, yeah, thanks again, everyone.
Yeah, dude. I'll make sure. You took Nitro out in a tournament setting, and I'm gonna also take Nitro out in tournament. So we can't be letting that guy win. So
there it is.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah.
Get wrecked,
Good luck.
Nitro.
Gotta keep him down.
You got to work on your pause time a little, because I think I saw you had like a minute pause time the other day. Was it against you? And you had what, a 550 that last game that we played?
The second game was like a 540.
Yeah, you gotta bring that in, reel that in a little bit, and then
that's
I think
okay.
it should be a good game.
Nothing a little like major skip that he collects all the majors, right? Nothing a little major skip can't make up for, right? So
that's true.
We'll be good. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I have to say. But yeah, thanks everyone.
Yeah, GG's Oats.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Oats. Appreciate the commentary afterwards. Bray, why don't we go final thoughts from you? I'll wrap things up and get us on out of here.
Well, of course, I know most of y'all are already doing this because these are two titans in Super Metroid. But if you're not already, check in chat, follow both of our runners. And of course, you can also follow myself and WX, and also Ruber and Cyberfuzzy. Thank you for doing tracking, you guys. And of course, thank you to all of the staff that made this tournament go awesome. What an amazing final race there. And just
Eddie's little one is joined on the camera.
There's a teddy.
Oh,
hi, Teddy. That is adorable. Bray, sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, hey, thank you for pointing that out. You love watching two runners like this just absolutely bring their best game, and they absolutely did. It was really awesome. So I was glad to do comms for it. Thank you for joining me on comms, of course, WX, and putting us in this third round. We didn't know, guys, if we were going to get to do this, but we were both like, come on, Eddie, mess up, Eddie. No, not really. Just, we always want a game 3. We want close races, game 3s. These are things that we want as commentators. So, again, it was super fun, and always good to do this with you, buddy. So, yeah.
Likewise. Alrighty, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. For Eddie and Oats, Brayathor and Cyberfuzzy and Rubu, I'm WXFan21 Bray. Always a pleasure doing this with you. Folks, if you're still here, make sure you give Rubu and Cyberfuzzy a heart emoji in the chat. Thank them so much for all they do. Trackers are like I said earlier, the lifeblood of any tournament. Trackers, without them, none of the restreams are possible.
Yeah.
So thank you, trackers. Thank you, every commentator, Aussie, Divine, Nitro, and Emmett. We appreciate all of you doing comms as well. That's going to do it for us today. 2 series left in this tournament. Just 2. The Silver Bracket Grand Finals and the Gold Bracket Grand Finals. Gold Bracket Grand Finals was a best of 5 with Nitro already up 1-0 by winning the upper bracket. And the Silver Bracket Grand Finals is a best of 3. To follow along with the tournament, !SM map 26. You can follow along with, find the schedule on there. Sineth and I are working on a Season 4.5 Map Rando Mentor Tournament. If you're interested in that, feel free to see all the information in the Map Rando Discord as well as the tournament Discord. But that's going to do it for all of us. We'll see you for both the Gold and Silver Bracket Grand Finals. Until then, laters, peoples.
See you next mission.